The internet. The final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Sandwich. Its mission, to explore strange new bullshits. To seek out new life and other bullshit. To boldly go where no man has gone before. Welcome to the Sandwich. Episode 6.
Yeah.
Episode 6. Welcome back.
Start
Sandwichers. What are we calling our fans? The eaters?
70862.9.
Welcome.
Welcome, eaters.
Captain.
You know, I tried to learn how you decipher the star date. It's pretty fucking confusing.
Yeah, that's probably why I
Is there
didn't know it.
An
like the other
equation
day.
involved.
Plus, it's like 3 different calculators online. There's one for the original Star Trek. There's another one for Next Generation. There's another one for one of the other shows. And there's one for Star Trek Online, the game. Apparently it's different.
Well, I'm sure there's like the different timelines
Yeah.
and like that shit too.
Yeah. Red matter.
So confusing, man.
So confused. All that red matter.
Yeah. Exactly.
Bollocksing it all up.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You know, how's everybody doing? Oh my God, it's been a while.
Dude, it's
Yeah,
been
it's
so
Since
long.
we all got together.
It's been so long.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like
Everything
days,
you guys
hours.
do.
Maybe.
You're right.
Yeah. How's
That's
my?
good. Oh, man,
how's
it's
my
coming in
facial
really
hair?
nice.
It's coming in nicely.
You growing that shit out or what?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Looks
Taking
good.
biotin.
The mustachios.
working.
Cool.
Mustachios.
Still patchy.
It's all right, man, dude. Look at this. Patchy as fuck.
Yeah.
Hey,
How old are you?
I think the first thing we need to talk about are these collectibles right here, these little figures.
Yeah, I got these at
Figures.
the good old dollar storesies.
Nice.
I got some John
got
Cena.
Lesnar.
You got Brock Lesnar.
Brock
Actual fighter of the 3.
John
It's John
Cena.
Cena.
Dun, 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 dun.
Can you see him? And we have
The Taker.
the Undertaker.
Rest
Dong.
in peace.
Boom.
You know, I didn't get the Roman Reigns one because he fucking sucks.
They had him there, huh? You
Yeah,
didn't
oh
get
yeah,
him. They had him there. You didn't
They
get
had
him on
there.
principle.
I was like, I'm not supporting
That's
this guy.
right, no.
Fuck him.
fuck Roman Reigns.
Fuck him.
Who is that? I don't even know who that is.
He's a douchebag. You don't need to know.
He's one of the assholes in there. He's like Randy.
He's a
Orton.
wallflower. Not Roman Reigns.
It's his yard now. That's the only thing he could say because he has no mic skills. This is my yard now.
He's not a very impressive wrestler.
You're a dog and I'm a dog and this is my yard now.
I always feel like it doesn't matter how buff I get if I were like to take steroids and get ripped. I think my
It wouldn't
voice
matter
would
'cause
still
this is
sound
my
the same,
yard
and I
now.
just still sound like the kid I sound like today.
I was on Amazon.com, and I get all the movies from Amazon.com. I buy them all Amazon.com. But I was like combing
You mean
through.
Audible?
I got the Amazon Prime, and I'm combing through like the new releases, and I'm like, holy shit, is that Shawn Michaels? So like, it's just a movie, right? So I click on it, and fucking sure enough, it is. It's like Shawn Michaels.
Is that like the super religious one he's
Yeah,
in?
he's like in like a crazy religious movie.
Yeah.
When did he become all religious? I didn't know that happened.
Well, I know he was promoting on WWE during a
Was he?
segment where Roman Reigns was like, "This is my yard now."
He's like, no, this is Jesus' yard. They think I'm sweet. You know I'm sexy.
I'm just a sexy boy.
Sexy boy.
I'm
And then he
not your
kicks him in the
boy
chin.
toy. Your boy toy.
Remember when Sensational Sherry used to sing that theme song?
No,
No, I don't.
Okay.
no one does.
I don't think
It's
I was
all about-
born.
She was Shawn Michaels' valet back in the day. So, welcome to the Sandwich.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
I don't
a
know.
lot of
What
things.
aren't we talking about this
We're
week?
talking about everything. It's gonna be this episode is gonna be all facts. All facts.
Yes. No fiction.
no fake
There's
news.
gonna be no
No
fucking
fake,
No
around.
fake news.
tonight.
It's gonna
No
be
fake
all
news.
information and news.
This
episode.
See, we're writing stuff down.
Yeah, yeah.
You like that fake news, John? Do you like that fake news?
Will you hold my hand? Will you hold my hand? Will you hold my hand? Fine. Don't hold my hand. No. No,
do
don't
this.
hold
No,
my
come
hand.
on.
No.
Let us pray.
So what's the big news, fellas? What do you want to talk about today?
Tom Hardy has been cast as Venom officially.
He sure has.
Yeah,
That guy.
that's a far cry from
Topher Grace.
Eric
Yeah.
from That 70s Show.
About damn
That
time
is
they
a
like
lot
cast a
different.
good Venom.
What was their reasoning on Topher Grace's Venom? Okay, we have a character who's notoriously buff and large, blonde, and tough, like a real captain of the football team type.
And they're bringing like the
Topher Grace.
Topher
Obviously.
Grace. He is kind of
String
the
bean.
he is kind of the nigga Toby Maguire, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Like if Venom was featured on The Big Bang Theory, maybe.
Yeah.
But other than that,
But the
I
thing
don't think
is,
so.
when he was playing Venom, his character was exactly the same as that 70s show. He had like the twerky smile,
Yeah.
and everything that went around,
It's
like,
like,
the,
ooh, Sandman. We're gonna,
ooh, yeah, we're gonna get you. Ooh, I'm so nerdy and witty.
We love you, Topher.
Can you believe they let me do this? Ugh. I don't either.
No, it'd be nice to actually have a badass playing Venom.
Yeah. And Tom Hardy, he's a legitimate badass. isn't he?
Legitimate, man. Legit.
You get to do
Yeah.
that though? Do you get to jump over like that from DC to Marvel? It's crazy.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds did it.
Oh, he did. That's right. Sure
Did it a
did.
couple times.
What was he? Oh, he was in Blade, and then he jumped over to DC, and he was the Green Lantern, and then he was. Oh wait, then he played Deadpool twice.
Deadpool.
Deadpool twice, yeah.
Yeah, shitty Deadpool and then good Deadpool.
I'm excited about Deadpool too, by the way.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
wait for
Brad
that shit.
Pitt is Cable. That sounds amazing.
Oh, I think it's actually Josh Brolin. Is the one that was
they
hired
changed
on.
it?
Yeah. He's officially
Okay.
signed on, which is crazy because Josh Brolin is also Thanos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
doing both.
I guess we're just.
There's a lot of jumping around going on right now.
Yeah.
We might as well just.
Do you think
Mix 'em up.
because Spider-Man is now part of the whole MCU for at least the time being, do you think they're going to try to incorporate Venom into that as well? I imagine they're going to go for the hard R for Venom. It's probably
Well,
what
the thing is, I think they'll. I think Spider-Man, like maybe just the character Sony gave the rights out to. I don't know if they gave the rights out to all like the comic book universe,
Yeah.
but like with the MCU, you really just want the heroes. Like there's bigger villains out there than Venom.
Is
Like,
there?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Thanos.
It's like my favorite
well, yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man.
I mean, he's like the Joker to Spider-Man, you know. But yeah, I don't think like that. You know, the villains will really come over to the MCU. I think it will just be the Spider-Man.
I think everybody's going to come over to the MCU.
Well,
MCU is
eventually,
going to make
yeah.
Superman movies here. pretty soon.
Right, eventually there's going to be a crossover movie with Batman.
I wonder who the
and Iron
MCU
Man,
would
and they're gonna
cast as
fight
the
over
Joker.
Who has more money?
Who would the MCU cast as the Joker?
Topher Grace.
Probably, right?
Probably Eyebrow Kid from We're the Millers.
Oh, doesn't he already play the Joker? Oh no, it's the other
He
guy.
plays Pennywise.
That's right. Somebody plays the Joker. That's so crazy. Somebody. God, who plays the Joker in Gotham?
Yeah.
It's not the same. dude.
Redhead guy.
They look the same though.
Yeah, not quite sure.
It's kind of the Topher Grace,
I'll look 'em
Tobey Maguire thing happening. Same thing going on there.
Yeah.
Who's the Joker on Gotham?
Oh, I think like the biggest news of like all movies and all like pop culture right now is
The fuck kind of bird is that? Or is that a dog? I can't
imagine it's a
even
dog.
tell.
I hope you guys didn't hear that. 'cause
There's
it's
a woman
terrifying.
being murdered next door.
There's a-
Please.
Jennifer Tilly's getting done next door.
Yeah. So I think the biggest news in pop culture right now is The Rock, President 2020.
Yes.
With running mate Tom Hanks.
He's already got my vote.
Yeah, my vote as well.
Yep.
Like,
The only
Tom
way.
Hanks is his running mate? You
Yeah.
got my vote.
yeah,
Shit.
dude, come on now.
Yep. That's how. Yeah, they announced it on Saturday Night Live. I hope fucking they go through with it. Be
Yeah.
amazing. I heard like there's already polls out there saying they're already like way ahead. Like
I
if they were to run, they would take it.
I think that's hypocritical. If you made fun of Trump for not being a politician, you cannot vote for The Rock. You can't vote for The Rock.
Have you
to
seen
lead the country?
the way The Rock led
you
the WWE?
Have
in
you seen
in
the
aughts?
Fast and the Furious movies?
Do you think The Rock would let you not vote for him?
Yes.
I mean, could you imagine those debates right now, though? Like, let's just say it's Donald Trump. like, and The Rock debating Donald Trump for.
Oh my God, it'd be amazing.
It'd be amazing. So we got some things going right here. It doesn't matter what you think right now.
Let me say this: like, if you were to go vote, and on the ballot you had Donald Trump on one end and you had The Rock on the other, which way would you lean?
The Rock.
It doesn't matter which way you would lean. My God, The Rock would be the most amazing president ever.
Any negotiation ever.
His mic
I'm going to
works.
send over the millions and millions of American workers over to your country.
He's rich.
But Rock, sir, it doesn't matter what you got going on.
I'm gonna take you on down. Take Putin down to the SmackDown Hotel.
Take your candy ass. No, it'd be amazing.
Every time someone gives him, every reporter that gives him like a hostile question, he'll throw him the people's eyebrow.
Fuck yeah.
Well, we do need a people's president. It's about time that we had a people's president. And I'm all down
would
for
be
The
the
Rock
people's president.
2020. The
Isn't
people's
it a
president.
fact that every time a political party includes the word people, it's a communism?
It doesn't matter what it includes.
Just imagine.
Like every time it's the people's country or the people's republic of whatever, it's always a horrible place to live.
Who the fuck is this guy right now?
I know, right? I just think I know you sometimes.
I'm sorry, but I don't
It
think
doesn't
The Rock
matter
is a
who the
good,
people are.
Imagine
is a good leader of the free world. I'm sorry.
Imagine The Rock going to Russia and Vladimir Putin comes in for the handshake and he's like, puts the shoulder on rock bottom! Rock bottom on Putin!
Rock bottom out of nowhere.
And he's
throws
a Secret Service
the
man
American
as,
elbow, takes off like an American flag shoulder pat. It'd be amazing.
does one hop over, comes back.
Amazing. Yeah.
He's got
Tell
my
you what,
vote.
though, I would love to see The Rock announce like that he was going to attack a country or start policing a nation. That'd be the greatest thing.
I'd
in
be right
American
behind
history.
it. Whatever Rock wanted.
He definitely would be the fittest.
Yeah.
Of the,
My goal, the only
American
reason why I've
presidents.
started this podcast is to have The Rock on.
Oh, yeah.
You can sit right
Well,
here.
him and Kanye.
Hold on, let me clear off a place for The Rock to sit.
well,
How much I love The Rock.
you know, if we're ever going to war, like I could see the Rock, you know, calm manner and be like, all right, just let me send the millions and millions of nukes your way. And if that doesn't get them, millions and millions.
I can just imagine him walking around the stage, the State of the Union address with the microphone.
Oh, yeah.
Walking around. So a lot of you have been talking shit about my tax plan.
I mean, there's so many insults. I mean, Rudy Poo, Candy Ass, SmackDown Hotel. I mean, I think every country's going to the SmackDown Hotel.
Oh, hell
right?
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there's always a chance for the SmackDown Hotel when he's president. Like, you won't fuck with him. He's a wild card.
I read an article today. Wasn't anything, any
Was
kind
it
of
the
news.
People's article?
It was a People's article. A while ago on the show, we talked about they are making a movie about Vince McMahon's life called Pandemonium. I don't know when it's set, but they were kind of doing like a fan casting of who you would cast for it. I believe they had Bradley Cooper as Vince McMahon. They had John Voight as Vince McMahon Sr.
Does he have the muscle mass?
They had John Cena as Hulk Hogan.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but one of the most amazing things I saw, because like for everybody they had.
Wait, are you joking right now?
No. They did like a Photoshop.
Yeah, because you're like blowing my fucking mind.
Yeah, I'm totally blowing it. This is a big one right here, though. They had a Photoshop of everybody as they were like announcing these castings. They had like all these actors. They had the perfect casting choice because the Photoshop was so perfect. I wish I had a TV in the back of me so I could show it. But it was Jack Black as Mick Foley. It looked amazing.
All right. So what was that called?
I think it
Foley
was.
was
I think it was whatculture.com.
And
And they were casting Pandemonium. I think I searched who would you cast as Vince McMahon. I think I did. I don't know.
Which Mick Foley was he? Was
He
he like a mankind or
was-
just normal?
Oh, it was like
flannel-wearing Mick
Cactus
Foley?
Jack, but it was like Jack
Oh,
Black
yeah.
as Cactus Jack. Like
Oh,
that.
dude, oh,
It was
that's awesome.
amazing.
that sounds amazing.
it up right
no
now.
service.
It
Oh,
was weird
I'm
looking
trying.
at
I'm
that.
You guys
trying.
talk. I'll find it.
Yep.
For
Well-
you viewers, open up a tab and view it because we're not gonna edit it in.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Fuck you.
Well, that'd be awesome.
We don't have
man.
that technology yet.
Oh, no technology.
maybe
need a
we will.
producer.
But
Maybe,
you guys
maybe
may
not,
see
I don't
in the
know.
background, you see right
over my face.
See, that's a foosball
Is
table.
where you will see it.
All right, foosball table. We're gonna get that out one of these days, and we're gonna play the shit out of that.
Mm-hmm.
We have a pretty cultured garage here.
There you
Let's
go.
see,
There it
like,
is.
Viewers might not
Alright.
be able to
That's
see.
amazing.
but
All right, that is fucking amazing right there. How do you
Got
blow that up?
drums.
All right,
Got foosball.
amazing. I think the viewers have to
Trying
see
to
this.
show
Yes,
the
yes.
viewers without knocking everything over. Let me see.
Have a nice day. That's perfect.
Yeah. Jack Black, Mick Foley. It's perfect.
Where's
cast.
the sock?
So do they
Is that
have
Mankind
Cena's on there too? As Hulk
Yeah.
Hogan?
I think Cena, they just had a picture of him. I guess he played Hulk Hogan in some kind of skit.
Oh yeah, brother. That's what I'm talking about, brother.
Oh man.
So freaking Tom Hardy. What a great actor, huh?
Yeah, dude, I love that guy, man.
Dude, he's
I really do.
amazing.
He's a bona fide badass.
He is. What's your favorite Tom Hardy movie?
Have you seen the one with Shia LaBeouf? They were
It's John
Moonshiners?
Cena. Yes. What was that called again?
I forgot what it was called, but it was a damn good movie.
I saw it in the theaters. It was good.
Yeah, it's probably one of my favorite ones.
In my
Bronson, that's a good one.
Bronson's really good. Oh my God, it's
Action
spooky.
Bronson?
Have you seen Bronson with Tom Hardy?
No.
That's
That's the one where he's the prisoner.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that'll stick with you too. We were talking a while back, but movies that stick with you. That's,
Yeah, that kind of fuck you up.
That's
at
like
the
a
end.
down and dirty one where you're just like, oh, what the fuck did I just watch? And
Yeah.
it's a true story.
Yeah. No, Tom Hardy's awesome, man. I love
Makes you
that guy.
realize British police aren't.
Warrior too.
Yeah,
That's where he
Warrior.
was the-
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was a good one.
It's a UFC one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's just a good actor, man. That guy just like
Yeah, he
transformed
was
his body.
in.
Did you hear that?
Black
Like,
Hawk Down.
he like permanently fucked up his knees, putting on all that weight for
And like back and shit too,
yeah,
man.
for playing Bane and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Put
he
it-
fucked the shit
Well,
up.
because he put on so
Probably
much
just
weight like
steroids.
so quick.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the perfect
Yeah, and he's
physique,
a
though,
short
man.
dude, so all that mass must have been.
Yeah.
Like,
pretty
I would
big.
love to have that physique.
Yeah, because
That'd be
on
amazing.
camera, like when you're skinny and trying to get big, the camera will add 10 pounds. But if you're trying to look big on camera, you have to add an extra 10 pounds.
Yeah. It's got to
of
show.
muscle. Yeah,
Got to show.
yeah, it's got to show extra.
Yeah, I'm just not willing to do the work.
Yeah, what looks good in real life is different from what looks good on camera.
So you're saying I might look awesome on camera?
now putting your body
Potentially, yeah.
online, that's method acting. It's not
No.
fucking putting in a grill and then fucking
Yeah.
sending your co-stars condoms and rats.
It's not a
Sorry,
prosthetic
Jared
nose.
Leto.
Yeah, no, yeah, use condoms and rest.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, Tom Hardy, like he
Like,
is
we
a
get it,
method
you get
actor, but
laid,
he's
like,
not
yeah.
even like
Okay.
he's not even like one of the greatest method actors. Like Christian Bale, Matthew McConaughey, like those guys, like they put their body through like hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they get paid enough.
Yeah, I mean, but what? Christian Bale lost like 60 or 80 pounds to do.
The Machinist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then immediately put it all back on to do Batman. It's
Yep.
crazy.
And Matthew McConaughey with his latest, the one with HIV. We're at HIV.
Dallas Buyers Club.
Yep. That's like, dude, that's some crazy shit. I heard his diet regimen was like 2 saltine crackers and some fucking
Damn.
tuna or something like that, and black
Ugh.
coffee.
So respectable, man.
Yeah.
And Mark
It's unhealthy.
Wahlberg
It's
did
not
it.
healthy.
Lost a bunch of weight for The Gambler, and nobody noticed.
He was still ripped.
Yeah.
He's still Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. Because he's eating those damn Wahlburgers, man. No.
Family makes good burgers, though.
Yeah, well,
I'll give you that.
Your brother makes good burgers.
Yes,
not
your
you.
brother, not you. Piece of shit.
You're an admirable actor at best.
Emily's got a friend in Boston, and
Bastin.
in Boston.
Does she know the Wahlbergs?
There's the Wahlbergs. And I hit him up. I'm like, man, I'm gonna go to Wild Burgers and get like a real fucking New England.
Is there lobster on there?
No, it's no lobster. I'm like, I'm gonna go get a real New England burger and shit. And then like I'm all expecting him to say hell yeah or whatever. He hits me back. He's like, don't eat that fucking trash from that douchebag.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he's like, go eat here.
Don't eat that fucking trash.
I'm like, oh, all right.
Trash.
I wasn't expecting that. All right.
So like, what was his
Was
reasoning? Like, why he's trash?
His
Why is
food
he a
was
douchebag?
wicked bomb.
He was just saying like he was a punk ass or whatever. It's just, he like went off on a tangent. I'm like, all right, I'll go eat somewhere else. I still ate Wahlburgers. I'm sorry, I did, but
So what you're saying is like they're very opinionated.
yeah,
over
they're very
there.
opinionated.
And they're not afraid to like call
But
someone
their
a
accent makes it
douchebag.
so delightful.
It does. It's cute almost when they're
Oh,
talking
dude.
in this way.
It's like
When you
it's
have
like
a 40
people
year old
from
man yelling at you, you
Yeah,
just think
you're like,
cute.
You're so adorable.
it's like people from England, man. I love their fucking insults, man. No one could insult anybody like a true Englishman.
Mm-hmm.
Right. With
It's just
believe it.
amazing.
their wordsmithing is unmatched.
Oh yeah, dude. Like I can't even like regurgitate some of their stuff, but they'll just call you something bloody cunt something
Yeah,
something.
it's
All-
Right.
And you're just
Refer
like,
to your
It's beautiful.
homosexuality in such a dynamic way.
yeah,
I
and
don't know
it
what
is
to say.
it is beautiful.
Mhm.
Like you said, man, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like
It's like that
Oh.
scene in the Matrix Revolutions where they have the Merovingian and he's like cussing in French and he's like, oh, it's like wiping your ass with paper or wiping your ass with silk.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, man.
Or the architect. Just him talking in general.
So guys,
Well, the Matrix, the parameters of the Matrix are all wrapped up in vis-a-vis, concordingly.
Quid pro quo.
Quid pro quo.
Ergo.
Ergo, you remain inherently human.
Ergo. I did love his baritone in that movie, though.
I heard that was supposed to be Sean Connery, and then but he's retired. He didn't want to do it. Or
I
either
think
that,
it's
or either
better.
that, or he couldn't pronounce. Like probably didn't sound that good coming out from a Scottish accent.
Ergo.
Ergo vis-a-vis.
He probably would have added his own character to it. You didn't see it, but John Mann just spilled a whole shitload of beer. But
In HD, no less.
HD
Yes.
motherfucker.
not 60 frames, not yet.
Not yet.
This
We're
does
gonna get
60
there.
frames, did you know that?
Pretty soon, we're gonna spill beer over this table at 60 frames per second.
4K.
No, it's running 60 frames.
Is it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey now.
Take a look at my hand, motherfuckers.
like real life.
Oh. Look at my feet. Look at my fucking feet.
Oh my God.
Did you see, have you watched Rick and Morty yet?
No, I gotta check it out.
You gotta check it
it's
out.
on my
It's
radar.
hilarious.
It's definitely on my radar.
It's all
Whoa.
improv.
I
So,
I
like,
swear, we haven't been drinking that much, but we're just dropping and knocking over shit like crazy.
These guys.
Yeah.
I'm the
Yeah.
spiller too, and I haven't knocked anything over yet.
Knock on that wood.
I almost did it again.
Have you guys seen Penny Dreadful?
No, I haven't. Is that good?
I watched the first season. I don't know anything about the plot because I just couldn't follow it at all.
All right,
There's
so-
too much whispering
There's a lot of whispering.
and like mumbling.
So
Like,
There was some whore that died of.
Is it like Abington Road with werewolves?
no, so what Penny Dreadful is
Abington
is,
Road with werewolves.
like the backstory with like what a Penny
I'd
Dreadful
watch
is.
that.
Is so a Penny Dreadful is like these servants, like because in England like everyone had servants, right? What the fuck are you looking for, bro?
Some whore gets
My filter. Anyway, go ahead.
consumption and dies. I hear.
But
What are we looking for?
It's a little filter. This is my tobacco intake now. It's a Views Solo, and then you buy these little tobacco.
It's very
inserts.
rare. You can only find them in certain places.
You plug them in, but when they start running out, they flash like this.
Ooh.
That means it's time to change the filter.
So
And then
you don't
the
get
filter
a
just
new
dropped.
one every time. You just get a filter, or you just get like a new
Yeah,
cartridge.
you just get a new cartridge.
Oh, really?
And they
I
come
buy my
in-
new one.
They
I buy
come in
new
two
ones at a
packs and
time.
they last like a week. Well, at least for me, they last a week.
Oh, nice. So the story behind like Penny Dreadfuls is like these servants would go to the rich people's houses, and then they would hear like stories of like Frankenstein and all these people, right?
Ooh.
And they would regurgitate them to like their families or whatever, and also technically a Penny Dreadful is like the tabloids, the short stories in tabloids. That's what Penny Dreadfuls are. Like they're pretty much you'd spend a penny on this magazine and get a short story with it.
Okay.
So that's
Just
what
something to entertain you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like Fox News, but back in the day.
yeah, pretty much with more substance. But it's pretty good. We're on the 3rd season now. Like I think it's the last one too. So
Okay.
it's not bad.
It has that one lady in it
When do the
that
werewolves
has the
come in?
angry eyes.
I think like season 2. What one lady?
The main lady in she's in a lot of movies
Is
these
she?
days, and she always looks very
She plays a very good bad lady.
yeah.
Like
she always
honestly,
looks
Oh,
upset.
Ava Green.
Yeah.
yeah, like she's definitely has the evil look to her.
Yeah, she's a great actress. I think she's really hot. Like she has
Yeah. She was in that
she has that serious look that's
Miss
sexy.
Peregrine's.
Yeah,
My
that's
kids like, yeah.
Oh,
not Timothy Dayton. Eva Green.
Ava
Yeah.
Green. Timothy Dalton as Ava Green.
So what do you guys think about those Fallout 4 or Fallout 5? Not Fallout, what the fuck? Far Cry little
I
teasers.
was like, new Fallout? I didn't hear about it.
Fallout? I don't know,
It's
you never
crazy that it's taking place in the Americans.
know.
I'm glad I
Montana?
can like finally use the sniper rifle again because I played Far Cry Primal, and it was cool and all, but it was just so old school. Like it was Stone Age weaponry and stuff that I was
Primal?
just getting so annoyed. Yeah, it was like you're a caveman, and you basically wrestle up some other caveman, find a bitch, do your thing.
Drag her by her hair.
Yeah, it sounds,
Yeah, kill
sounds
them
like,
all.
like my life. Right now.
But yeah, I'm glad they're going back to guns. I was kind of bored with Primal.
All right.
I think wasn't
Far Cry
Primal
3 was amazing.
wasn't Primal more of just like a DLC like add-on just to tide you over, or was
No,
it
it
like
was
a full
game. The last Far Cry 3, had this amazing DLC that was all neon dinosaurs.
Ooh, neon
So
dinosaurs.
like it changed the entire landscape of it
Isn't
to
it-
be like this
I
1970s
have
like
that.
kung fu action.
Blood Dragon or whatever. Dragon
Yeah.
Blood. Blood Dragon. Something.
Yeah, that was a great DLC. But yeah, Far Cry Primal. Like it was cool. I like bludgeoning people with rocks. It really felt like I was a caveman just driving out there to survive. But
Far Cry was one of like the
It's new
first
one,
games I
too.
got where I'm like, yes, I got a new game.
Yeah.
After the whole divorce thing, I'm like, yes, I got like a brand new game that just came out. And then Far Cry 4 came out. I'm like, oh, it's not new.
oh,
It's not new.
It's not a new one.
Shit, man. Sweet, like the teasers look great. I'm pretty sure they're just CGI trailers or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
We should play Outcast?
Outlast?
Outlast
We should play
2.
some Outcast right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the whole
should live stream it.
world loves it when you're in the news.
Boop, ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-da.
What is that?
Outcast.
Outcast. Andre 2000.
Andre
Oh.
2000. Ice Cold.
Was
But
his name
no.
actually Andre 2000 at one point?
Yeah.
I think so.
It wasn't Andre 3000? Are you serious?
Maybe it's 3000. I don't know, man.
Like Andre, last
Andre
name 3000. It's Andre 3000, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
Oh, okay.
2000.
2000,
3000. Okay,
3000.
so
I thought you
I'm
guys
so
were
I'm off a
tripping out.
millennial.
Yeah.
A millennium. All right. Fuck.
Small.
I thought like back in the 90s he was Andre 2000.
I'll always know him as Andre 2000.
It's like Snoop Lion. It's his upgraded version.
Upgraded, bitch. Ain't no dogs in here. We're lions.
We're lions now.
Hey, yeah. All right.
Yeah, but we should play Outlast. Very scary game. I think they just came out with Outlast 2 as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
that would be fun to stream. I think people would watch. Leave a comment if you'd watch.
If you'd watch,
Or any other game that you would watch.
like, subscribe.
I'm gonna play Binding of Isaac. So fuck you guys.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
it's going to
playing.
be a good one.
It's a good one.
That one we can just get down with. For
Dude,
like
I love that
hours.
game,
I
man.
love it
Like
too.
it's like what 3-4 years old or whatever it is now. But dude, I love that game.
I would think it would be a good pass and play where you're too good at it. You'll probably end up playing the whole episode,
Probably,
beating the whole game.
probably.
Well, John and I
Just
sit
die.
Yeah,
down
we'll
and
just
drink,
watch, bring
yeah.
the comedy.
Let's bring the calm.
Yeah.
Get
Well, you know,
drunk
I could just
where we
watch you guys
fall
play.
asleep.
I mean, I have like
You
everything
probably get too
unlocked.
fed up. I feel sitting around
Okay,
watching
yeah,
this play.
probably. All right, let
All right. Let Daddy take this over. He's got this.
God, Eric.
Shh, go to sleep.
So you want to know how long
suck.
I've been drinking in this garage? Is look at those Miller cans. Those are some old ass Miller cans.
Those
right
are.
there.
I don't think they even sell those anymore.
No, they don't.
Right, with the blue Miller
Yeah,
Lite.
those are from like 2010 right there.
Man.
What else can you see in the? Can you see it in the camera?
We probably popped those open
No.
in the last episode, how long it was.
You can see them now. Swanton.
Swanson Bomb.
The Hardys are back.
I heard.
Yeah,
I heard they were my favorite motherfuckers out there.
yeah. They're
They
reborn.
spoke to my young millennial lifestyle with their baggy pants and their colored hair.
Oh, they were totally 1990s, man. They were like
Oh,
totally
yeah.
ripping off not ripping off, but the grunge scene. What was going on?
And
Almost
Lita,
like the
Oh my
Rockers.
God, Lita
Yeah,
Hardy,
yeah.
when she was
Yeah.
the Hardy girl.
Eh.
She had the thong showing all the time. Man, she was the best diva.
I need a little more
So-
than that.
oh, all right.
I like brains.
The only thing,
So you're more of a wait, hold on. Brains. So what do you
name
think
one
of
diva with brains besides McMahon girl McMahon. What's her name? Michelle McMahon.
Stephanie?
Stephanie.
I was like,
They're all brawn.
I like Stacy Keibler. She was
She's a
nice.
little brainy.
She's brainy.
She doesn't wear just nothing.
She was smart enough to go after George Clooney for a little bit. They were dating.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. That's
So
a high bar.
so like there's this big thing going on right now since we're talking a little bit of WWE. Like whether you'd want the
Wait,
attitude
before
era-
we talk about WWE, we gotta go in millions.
and millions.
Anyway, go ahead, WWE.
So there's a lot of people talking about if they would rather have the Attitude Era or the new era they have right now. Like, and it's there's
What do you
cases
mean
for
by
both.
era? For the viewers that don't know.
So the Attitude Era was
It's pretty much the aughts, like the 2000s.
1996 to like
Yeah.
probably
Oh, yeah,
2003.
this goes back to 96.
Yeah, the Attitude Era, the Raw's War era, when they were fighting between WCW and Raw, Monday Night Raw, Nitro and Raw, where things got a little risque for television. There was a lot more,
Pushing the envelope there.
definitely pushing the envelope, taking things a little too far on both directions. And then there was the,
Hey, John, will you grab me that filter right there next to your foot? That cartridge?
let's see, like what, like after 2003, 2005, it was like the John Cena, like gangster era. I don't
Rated R superstars.
Yeah, and then the PG era, and then the now era, which is
So it was a PG era.
This era is
Yeah.
kind of like the mobile era. There's a lot of live streaming going on.
I don't know, it seems like
Is-
there's a big
that's what I
resurgence in it. My brother's kid, my little nephew, is like really hardcore into it, and I mean his favorite wrestler is Roman Reigns. But
Who's that?
what can you do? Roman Reigns is the guy that we didn't buy.
the guy I didn't buy.
Yeah, we're in his yard now,
Yeah, my
Look up
yard.
Rowan.
You're in my yard now.
which is a lot more exciting
I'm
than
the alpha dog. My
Is it
yard.
Roman?
SmackDown hotels.
Yeah, Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
He has like 2 lines. My yard. I'm gonna beat you down. Some
This
shit
is
like
my yard, you crazy kids.
Yeah. So I don't know. I
Get
kind of
out
like.
of my yard, you crazy kids.
It's
He
almost
looks
like,
like a knockoff of the Undertaker almost.
he's like a small, like
He's-
Rikishi.
yeah.
Like he's in that like the Rikishi family, like the Samoan dynasty with like the Usos, and he's like the Rock's step cousin.
Just
or
really
something
boring.
Like
Like, isn't his finisher like a punch?
that. Yeah, Superman punch
Superman
or a
punch?
spear, which Goldberg's spear is way better.
You can't call it a spear.
They call it a spear.
Yeah, that's Goldberg's move.
Yeah. I don't know, it's kind of hard because I feel like this era could be really good because there's more platforms to tell stories on, and the stories and the technology behind the stories are a little bit better. You definitely don't have room for the Stone Colds, the Rocks, the Shawn Michaels, the Edgers. You know, it's like the people that push the envelope, the people that like take it to the edge a little bit.
It's more for the kiddies now. It's gone back to the kiddies.
You know, it's more for the demographic of like the 6 through 12 versus the,
I guess
15
it's probably
through
what it
18.
should be for, anyways.
Yeah. I did notice in high school, like, there was a lot more WWE fans
Yeah.
than I've seen, like, out in the real world.
Yeah, I get through. Say I watch WWE in cycles. I watch in the winter time in the build up to WrestleMania, like the Royal Rumbles and stuff like that, like before then. And then I usually watch like the beginning of July for the build up of SummerSlam, and that's pretty much all I watch.
I enjoyed
But I think so. It's the reality era now,
Okay.
and I kind of like what they're doing now is it's less show. It's more with the reality. It's kind of like more physical, like seems more real, even though it's not.
But kind of, it's good.
You know.
Well, like, yeah. Like
Brock Lesnar, his fights now are more MMA style fights.
Okay.
More punches. Like the punches now seem more real. The kicks seem more real, and like the moves seem like they're connecting better, like more real. Like everything seems more real. Like are the wrestlers now? I think if you put them in the Attitude Era, it would destroy, like the wrestling quality because everything now seems so real. Like when you connect with a big boot, it looks, and just the way the actions and the acting goes behind it, it looks real. You know, when Brock Lesnar fucking hits you, it looks real. Sometimes it is.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
But I think
heavyweight UFC champion.
Greatest,
yeah.
greatest match I've ever seen, which my friend Matt kind of told me that there was some kind of backstage shenanigans going on. This is the reason why it was the way it was, but it was Shawn Michaels versus Hulk Hogan when Shawn Michaels was like overselling everything. Did you see that?
yeah.
What happened?
I heard there was like some kind of shenanigans going on, and it was just like Shawn Michaels doing it for a fucked up reason. But he was like everything the Hulk Hogan did, he was like overselling all the moves. Like Hulk Hogan went in for a shoulder thrust, and Shawn Michaels just like flew out of the ring. Just like... Probably the greatest match I've ever seen in my life.
I agree, man.
He did like the leg drop, and like the leg drop was so forceful that Shawn Michaels jumped back up to his feet and like did like walk. Oh my god, I love that guy.
What year was this?
I love that guy, Shawn Michaels. I think it was back in the 2000s, but that's a good
I think
one.
Shawn Michaels is still.
Yeah, he's still around. I think he's still wrestling from time. John Mann could probably
Still doing
clarify.
the super kick.
Yeah, queuing up that sweet chin music.
Oh yeah, that's what's going on.
Ah.
I don't know. Do you think WWE is sticking around, or do you think it's?
I don't know. It seems like a pretty big
It's late in
roller
its
coaster.
life.
I thought it was going to be. I didn't think it would last this long for sure, but it seems like they got some long legs. It's a young man's game. Seems like the kids really like it nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't
have
watched
some
it in
stock
years,
in them.
Do ya?
They've been doing good lately.
Nice.
I have no.
Yeah, I wouldn't cash my chips in on WWE.
No, but they have very cheap stocks. It's really volatile. So
Well, like I said,
if you are a high risk investor, then
one of Emily's
WWE.
friends is actually the personal assistant to Vince McMahon. I didn't even know that. I went all the way down to
like an actual personal
yeah.
assistant, or like on screen personal assistant.
no, like an actual personal assistant off screen.
Okay.
So it actually helps him out. But like I went down there, didn't even know that. I went all the way to Stamford, Connecticut, went to the WWE offices, took a picture, couldn't get in. They won't. It's not open to the public at all. They won't let you in.
No. Yeah.
And then when we left, like when we were already hours later, her friend called us back because we were like trying to reach her all day. I didn't know what she did,
Yeah.
but she was like, "Oh my god, you guys went there! Like I could have totally gotten you in." It's like, "Oh fuck."
You could have met
would've been
Vince McMahon, probably
Yeah,
some other people.
Probably. It's kind of sucked because I was like right behind the glass, of the office, and you can see like a statue of the Ultimate Warrior in there, and fucking, it's like, God, I could have got in there. That would have been amazing. It was though. It was. I got a little bit of jolt from being there at the WWE offices. It was cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's something you grew up with, man. I love WWE.
Did you grow up as a wrestling fan?
My brother was a huge wrestling fan. I never really was, but I was always hanging out with him in his room, and he would always force me. Since I was a kid, he would have to force me to like basically reenact our favorite moments.
The moves, yeah.
Yeah,
Come on
basically,
now.
like, I don't know if it was me or him, but he had a huge imagination, so we would always do like army reenacting outside, and there was a lot of WWE reenacting, like with mattresses and shit like that, where we would like find a good song we liked on the computer and play it as we came out, and then we'd like fucking like basically become our own wrestlers.
My brother and I used to wrestle all the time.
yeah.
And we had our own
And he's 9
characters.
years older than me, so
My dad
anytime I
had-
would win, he would let me win.
My dad had weight belts from like lifting weights in the garage.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we used to like draw the WWE.
Yeah, we did
symbols
the
on
same
there and
thing,
have the belt. And
Yeah.
The back brace.
There's
Yep.
one time where I got my brother like in a move and like we like tripped over ourselves and he hit his head on the coffee table and had the biggest fucking welt there. I had to like try to get him to hide it from my parents.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, it was super
I've
cool.
definitely
'cause-
done some tombstones on my brother for sure.
Totally. So fun.
Yeah, he's so much older than me, so I was like 9 years old. He's like 18. So he could like F5 me so easily, and and it was pretty cool because I could like Rey Mysterio flip on him as hard as I could, and it wouldn't hurt him obviously
it's
because he's so much older.
Well, that's
But
why they
yeah,
stopped
I could
doing, like-
RKO him, and it was a blast.
Yeah, that's why they stopped doing like those dangerous moves, because they realized that kids were reenacting.
Yeah, they
it.
were.
You
So
know,
they were.
I was.
Yeah, Swanton
you know,
Bomb,
you know,
absolutely.
like tombstones
Yeah.
and stuff that's gonna fuck up your neck and everything. And like, it's smart for them to like ban some of those moves, because you know, if your audience is kids, you know, they're gonna
Yeah, they're gonna
reenact
try
it.
it
Like
out.
I fucking reenacted
Yeah.
every single one.
Absolutely.
You know, Undertaker's, Ross,
Bulldog
Hulk
Nasty.
Hogan. Oh yeah, oh yeah, the sharpshooter. You know, figure
four
four.
leg
Yeah,
lock,
oh,
yeah.
yeah. I remember the first time getting my brother in the figure four leg lock. I was like, feels so good.
And even though you're not putting any pressure, the guy's like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember like selling it too, man. Me and my brother, we'd totally
It's a good time.
totally just sell it. We'd chop each other like as hard as we could, and it was just like, oh,
Yeah. So much fun.
it
on
was
the
so fun.
mattress, like put two
yeah.
mattresses together and jump off the roof.
Like you punch them and just like fucking fish waddle, you know.
Those were good times.
I don't remember the exact moment I fell out of WWE, but fucking I used to love it. I think when I saw live on pay-per-view the Montreal Screwjob and I cried. When Bret the Hitman Hart lost, I cried.
Oh, I bet, man. That's a
Damn.
terrible time. I went through like a period of like, I'd say like, sorry if my burp stunk. I just
That's
add Costco hot dogs, and those things
Costco.
make your fucking
They're so-
burp stink.
But damn, are their prices good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They haven't changed their prices since like 1995.
Oh my god,
Really? Yeah.
Costco, fucking that food, the pizza, the hot dogs, and the chicken bakes. Oh,
Chicken bakes, man.
Oh, those chicken bakes are so good, man. I love those chicken bakes.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like the turkey provolone sandwich today.
yeah.
It was good, but it wasn't no chicken bake. I usually go with the chicken bake.
All right, back to wrestling.
Back to wrestling.
We get comments
Millions.
on going off topic. No, there's nothing really telling you that there's going to be a specific topic, but I don't know.
See, that's the sort of list. Oh yeah,
That big old list right there.
Start 708-62.
0.9.
Yeah, that's what started.
I remember how excited I was. There were all these promos leading up to the debut of Mankind.
Yeah.
And yeah, they had like pretty much. Oh, Mankind was like so cool when he first came out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he had the sock.
He had
and the
that
mask.
music, and then oh my god, fucking how scary it was, and well, like he'd pull out his own hair.
Oh,
and
yeah.
shit. And then like when he won, they had that creepy ass piano music that would play
Yep.
at the
Yeah.
end.
Yep. I
But,
remember.
like, they had the promos coming out, and then the first person they had him attack, his debut, was the Undertaker, and I'm like, you fucking blew it. Now I hate you. Why would you attack my man, the Undertaker?
Yeah. Well, I remember watching WWE as a kid, and I remember every time Goldust came on, I'd switch to the other channel because I was a
Nobody
kid.
liked Goldust.
Well, no, because like I was like, oh man, what if my parents catch me watching this shit, you know? So because it was like so risque,
Yeah.
you know, it was like
yeah,
stuff
he
you
has
don't.
that move
it
where he
was so
throws his
sexual.
ass at you.
Yeah.
For Val Venus.
Was he that huge black guy, or was
Goldust?
that just Venus?
That was Mark Henry, maybe?
Mark Henry. Yeah.
Goldust was the guy who was painted gold and wore
Yeah.
a woman's wig,
Yeah, and he like threw his ass at people. Was one of his moves.
Val Venus was the porn
kissed
star.
people. But-
Yeah. I was thinking of Val Venus. There's like this fat black guy. His name's like Venus. or
That's how I
something.
remember him.
Oh,
These
his
are
name was
facts.
Val Venus.
All right, I'm using facts.
Fake
Not
news.
racist things.
No, I loved wrestling as a kid, though, man. Like the Monday Night Wars were,
Monday Night Wars were golden.
yeah, they're bar none the best times of my childhood.
Right.
Like switching back, like having Nitro before, like when,
I remember switching back and forth too.
yeah,
Yeah.
I remember Nitro telling the viewers, "Don't bother switching over
Yeah,
to WWF."
they would like read
yeah,
the
yeah, because like it was taped.
Yeah, it wasn't live, so they would read it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so sketchy.
Yeah.
Like, but it was awesome. I loved the Monday Night
That's-
Wars. Like the
yeah,
moment
that's good business right there.
when
There's a great documentary on it for the Monday Night Wars is what it's called. Yeah, it's really kind of lays it all out. It's really cool.
So it was between Raw and who?
WCW,
WCW.
like when Scott Hall and Kevin Nash invaded WCW, like I was like, this can't be real. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, WWE people can't do this. Like that. It was magical, man. It was magical.
One of my fondest memories of
Were they-
watching WWF is Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's signing autographs at the table, and he's like handing them out, and you see this one skinny kid wearing a WCW shirt, and you see him, and he's like in frame, and you're like, oh, this is gonna be great, because Stone Cold's gonna see him with that shirt, and he's like signing. And he signs, and he looks up at the WCW shirt, and he gets all mad. He flips over the table and rips his shirt off, and the guy runs away, like practically crying. It's like that was a great moment in WCW.
I like when Vince McMahon went to the hospital and Stone Cold hit him with the bedpan.
Oh yeah, that was good. Or the Rock and Sock Connection.
Rock and Sock Connection.
That was
It was
amazing.
amazing.
Oh yeah, amazing.
Dude,
We
the
should have a
fucking
John and
Rock and
Eric's
Sock, they had a really
connection.
good run.
Dude, the Rock and Sock had an amazing run, man.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know. The Rock, Mankind, and Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, like the five main guys.
Yeah, it
those are
wasn't.
headliners right there.
It wasn't just Stone Cold fucking carrying that train.
Oh no, man.
There were a lot of good fucking
There's a lot of
faces in that.
veterans.
Well, the thing is, like, The Rock was like, it's hard to call him a heel, but he was the heel.
Yeah, and he was the
Yeah.
perfect heel for the time. It's
He
so
was.
hard these days. Like freaking, like when you think of a good heel and shit, like wow, when you think about what a good heel needs, what it should be, because like in the Attitude Era, everything kind of became blurred. Like where back in the '80s, Stone Cold would have been considered a heel, but
Oh,
now,
yeah.
now he's like the hero, and yeah, so
Yeah.
it's kind of got muddied. In a
Yep.
time when heel was like you needed to redefine what a heel was. The Rock fucking did his job. I think.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he fucking.
But also, Stone Cold redefined what a babyface was.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, but like both of them together.
Stone Cold has a baby face.
No, he was the babyface.
Oh.
Yeah, it was an amazing time for wrestling because like it was Attitude, you know, the Attitude Era, and like things weren't fake anymore. It was like what was being said was unscripted.
Yeah.
You know, the things that were done were unscripted. It was. I mean, some of it went too far. But man,
They stretched the boundaries.
they did. But
Like
it
what,
was
you make
amazing
fun of
work.
gay people or Jews or something.
All of it.
Well, like they'd come to like personal houses with like guns and threaten to like kill people, stuff like
Oh,
that.
shit.
Like who was that?
Brian Pillman when Stone Cold went to Brian Pillman's house.
Yeah,
Brian
yeah.
Pillman pulled out a gun. He's like,
Yeah, exactly.
and the
Exactly.
footage cut it off.
Yeah. Yeah, like shit just went too far. Yeah. Yep. Like shit like that.
That's the golden age right there.
Yeah.
I already know it.
But no, it was awesome, man. Like I love like The Rock was the perfect heel in every situation.
Where
Like-
WCW went wrong was they started poaching everybody, all the old wrestlers from WWE. So you got like folks like Macho Man coming over and joining like NWO Red or whatever, NWO Wolfpack or whatever. And like they're all these old guys and like, ooh, Pops, don't hassle me, Pops. And they're like all 50-year-old men and shit.
Yeah, well, I think
Yeah.
where WCW went wrong is like the NWO. Like I love the NWO and their faction, but it just got so big to where it was like the NWO versus WCW.
Yeah.
But in reality, it should have been WCW versus WWE, not the NWO versus WCW versus WWE. You know, and they just gave way too much creative control to those wrestlers. Like that, where Kevin Nash lost his title to Hulk Hogan just from the finger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was totally
Man.
rebellion. You know, and that was like the fucking main event to a pay per view.
That's crazy.
Was that
You know?
a thing? Like he just 5-finger death punched?
No, it was like a
so-
joke.
it was
where
a
he,
joke.
Hit him and then he pinned him. with
But
one
because the
finger.
wrestlers had guaranteed money,
But that was the
they
main
had
event.
100% creative control. So these guys didn't want to lose their titles. They didn't want to lose. They didn't want to help out younger stars like Goldberg. and
Apparently, Hulk
everything.
Hogan's just a piece of shit that would never pass the fucking torch. Thing.
Like he never wanted to lose cleanly,
Yeah.
ever. And I think still to this day, I don't know if that guy's ever lost cleanly
Yeah.
without some bullshit.
So when I was talking
Yeah.
about
Serious?
Shawn
That's
Michaels,
bullshit.
when I was talking about Shawn Michaels overselling like all his moves and shit, where Hulk Hogan would like hit him and he would like fly out of the ring, that was part of it because fucking he was dealing with this piece of shit Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah.
Which I love Hulk Hogan, like
hilarious.
as a character, like the
Yeah,
you know, like the getting hulked up and everything.
I love Hulk Hogan too. Little did I know he didn't like little Mexican Eric. Little did I know.
But yeah, just too much creative control, man, to the wrestlers. But now you have like WWE to where they like wrestlers don't have any creative control.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's hampering them right now.
Well, I thought they had like a little bit of like with CM Punk and shit, where he broke. Was it fake
Kayfabe.
kayfabe and shit, where CM Punk like he just started like talking on. Was that scripted at all?
The
by
pipe
way?
bomb?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't scripted. No,
Okay.
but that doesn't happen very often. Most everything is scripted.
So
What
this
happened
guy
there?
kind of just came out and you probably tell better than I can.
Yeah, so pretty much he's pretty much fed up with the company. I think he was under contract like one more day after that, and he just sat down at the very top of the entrance, legs crossed, and pretty much told everybody what was wrong with the company and why everything's bullshit, why Triple H is a piece of shit, why Vince McMahon is a piece of shit, and like all this stuff. But it got huge fan reception.
Yeah. And it's real because actually they did cut him off after
Yeah.
he got a little too far, and
Yeah.
they cut him off.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
but that's the stuff you need. You need the realism.
Yeah, shake things up a little bit.
Yeah. I love CM Punk. Like
But
CM
it's cool.
Punk
Now you
was
got
like,
Roman
Yeah,
Reigns though,
'cause-
to carry the torch.
Am I on right now?
yeah.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see my. Yeah. That's crazy because like
You're just not talking
even
into the
with-
mic.
with actors, like they do kind of keep their own personality with every character that they portray, and it's crazy to think that they would deny 100% of creative control for these wrestlers, even though they're the ones that really.
I
like,
mean,
they're the
it's-
ones that are the characters.
It's pretty wild. Like I don't
Like it's
I
got to
don't-
be a little bit of themselves
Yeah.
in that character. You know?
Because they don't own their characters at all, right? They can't
No,
really-
not a
'cause
lot
They
of-
can't
like-
go to another.
There are wrestlers like the
That
Hardys.
maybe have that
They
in
own their
contract, yeah.
characters. Like John Cena doesn't own his name. Like WWE owns John Cena's
So
name.
he can't go anywhere else.
Like
It's
so,
gonna
if you're an
be-
established
Yeah.
wrestler like Daniel Bryan or like some of these guys that came with the indie scene like AJ Styles and stuff, you own your character. You own your rights to your character. Sting the musician actually pays Sting the wrestler royalties for his name.
Really,
Really?
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
I had
That's
no
amazing.
idea.
Yeah.
I thought Sting, the musician, came first.
No. So Sting, the wrestler, gets royalties from Sting, the musician.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And Sting owns all of his rights.
That's why
to his stuff.
Sting always has a band instead of just Sting.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, 'cause he has to pay Sting, the wrestler. But, you know, like, a lot of these new guys are coming up. WWE owns their character, you know, or at least the name, you know.
Yeah, and
so,
any likeness.
and likeness and
That's
stuff
why
like
you
that.
have Razor Ramon in WWE and Scott Hall in WCW.
Yep, exactly. And, like, with the creative, you know,
Remember
it's...
when the fake Razor Ramon and fake Diesel?
Yeah, yep. Well, didn't Kane play fake Diesel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kane was fake Diesel.
Yeah. It was with the Dr. Dennis, the Dennis
Did they
guy,
show
too.
Kane's face before the actual reveal of Kane's face?
Well, you saw he was Isaac Yankem before.
Yeah.
He was the crazy dentist.
And then he went to Diesel,
Diesel, yeah.
and then he was Kane,
And he
put
was
on the
Kane.
Are
mask.
you serious?
Yeah.
What?
And now
I only know him as Kane.
Now he's like
bald
running-
babyface guy.
he's seriously like running for senator of some state right now.
Yeah, like Tennessee or some shit
Yeah.
like that, yeah.
Holy shit.
Turns out he's like a Tea Party guy though. Like he's like hardcore.
So
yeah.
he's actually a dumb idiot.
Yeah.
Tea Party's bullshit. You heard it here first.
Tea Party's bullshit.
I like tea
Pick
parties.
one or the other. Don't go for the third.
Just as long as they're crumpets, I'm okay.
Yeah. As long as you got fucking mad crumpets.
As long as they're still fucking over the British, I'm good.
Those guys had a good too long.
No, but like
Too good. For
we could
too
really like
long.
sit here and like talk for hours about like WWE politics, and it's crazy like what actually
It's
goes on.
interesting.
It is.
Like I had no
It
idea.
is. We
that
should
some of
break
these
it down
things
one
happen.
time where we just have our wrestling kind of
Yeah.
break down. It's interesting.
I think that's a niche
like a lot of-
market.
it's
I think
crazy,
people
like,
wanna
a lot
hear
of
about
these-
WWE.
It's kind of sad too. Like a lot of these guys aren't taken care of. Like that Jake the Snake documentary. A lot of these guys aren't taken care of in their old age.
No.
They gave their bodies to the business, and now like that's it.
Yeah.
So I found this club earlier.
Wouldn't that be fucked up if that's like a real human bone?
Right. Do you think this would ever make an appearance underneath the ring?
Just
for
let
them to take out.
Just let all our viewers at home that's a plastic club.
Yes.
It's not real. It's,
not
just
real. It's not real,
plastic. Nah.
It has rocks strapped to it. It's real.
Yeah,
You
plastic
can club
wraps.
someone for real.
X gonna give it to you.
Gonna give it to you.
What?
What? No, it's yeah. We'll definitely talk about the politics of WWE one of these times. It's crazy.
It's definitely a long journey.
It is, but you know, it's a journey worth going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
mean, these are athletes that are also actors, that are also businessmen, that are also
They're kind of like circus carnies in a way.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
I mean,
but
don't
with
get me
a whole
wrong.
lot more money.
There's a lot of success stories of guys that made it out great.
not all of them are
But
making
there
more
are
money.
far more sad stories of fucking.
Oh yeah,
A lot of these guys are like dead now. Shit, like guys
dead
in the 90s,
or
yeah.
addicted
Chris
to
Benoit.
opioids.
Yeah.
You know, one of
Chris
my
Benoit murdered his own entire family.
Yeah.
and killed himself. Like one of my old bandmates, he's a amateur wrestler right now. Seems to be doing fine with himself, but it's you know, he's been amateur wrestling since I've been up here, so like 7 years. And he's got to wrestle with like Rey Mysterio and Vader and stuff
That's
like
cool.
that. Yeah, I mean, but it's what sucks about the professional wrestling scene is there's one company. I mean, I guess there's Ring of Honor and TNA and New Japan Wrestling, but there's one major company, and everywhere else is pretty much considered independent scene, and they get paid independent money,
Yeah.
and that's it's a hard living,
Mm-hmm.
you know, for entertainment.
We gotta figure. It's kind of like our band
Yeah.
days, like going on tour and stuff, and like staying in shitty motels. And
Right,
but
and there's
instead of playing music, you're fucking up your body every night. Like
Yeah,
God,
exactly.
dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
There's
I mean,
no wrestling union.
you've seen the wrestler, right? With what the fuck's his name?
Benito del Toro?
No,
No.
No.
it's very
Other guy.
Benicio Ellie,
The guy from Iron
Um,
Man 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The guy with the whips.
Dude,
you
Mickey
know
Rourke.
who he is.
yeah. Mickey Rourke. Have you seen that yet? It's a fucking good movie, man.
Yeah,
and
dude,
it's like,
it's really deep.
and a lot of these guys are working second, third jobs just to perform in wrestling, and it's not an easy, you know, easy life
It's
for
passion.
sure.
You gotta,
you know.
you gotta be passionate.
You gotta be passionate about it. You're not gonna make it big. It's kind of like the music scene. You know,
Yeah.
you do it because you like doing it.
Any art scene.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
One of the saddest
It's an
stories
art.
is
It
I
is an
saw
art.
a documentary on Edge and shit, and how he fucked up his neck and he just can't wrestle anymore. Like,
yeah,
Is that
No,
why he
that's
doesn't
it.
wrestle anymore?
Yeah.
he was cut down in his prime, and now he just can't do it. They're like fucking
mm-hmm.
no, it's
Can't do
crazy.
anything. Yeah.
This is he
Uh,
worked for that
where
his
did
whole life,
he-
and it's done.
Well,
Where did he
luckily,
hurt his neck, because last
Yep.
time I was watching, he was wrestling.
well, like 2009,
Long time
2010.
ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Rated R superstar.
Exactly, man. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, and the thing is, like, I don't know if these guys have guaranteed contracts and or how their contracts work, but like, it's one injury and you're gone, you're done.
And that's
Yeah.
what's kind of cool and shit. Like you have people like Scott Hall and Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon, or Scott Hall, Kevin Nash and shit, who like they kind of have like a bum rap like in the wrestling business. They're kind of like the people that changed it, but they're like kind of the ones that tried to put in like these conditions and shit so that
Mhm.
wrestlers wouldn't have to.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, they were the frontsmen of these guys. Like
Yeah, it doesn't have to be
they
bullshit.
paved the way for
Yeah.
these younger superstars to get guaranteed contracts.
Yeah.
And to be able
Yeah.
to make a living.
And really, what's wrong with that shit? If you're gonna do it and shit, yeah, man, fucking be able to take care of your family.
well, yeah, because before
Right.
that, a lot of these guys were getting fucked over.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
not
like
making anything. Like, can't even
Robert
put food
Downey
on the
with
table. You know.
With that, Robert Downey with that whole Avengers thing.
Oh
It's
yeah, where
like,
Terrence Howard
he
was
stepped
making.
up
Yeah.
and said, "Hey, we're making billions of dollars with this,
Oh,
with these
yeah.
fucking films. Why are you not paying us what we
Yeah.
deserve?"
Well, that's why Terrence Howard isn't in any of the other movies, because Terrence Howard was actually getting paid more than what Robbie Downey Jr. was in the first Iron Man.
That's true. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
he was a bigger star back then.
Yep.
It's unfathomable to think about
Terrence
that now.
Howard is,
He played Rowdy Rhodes in the first one.
yeah.
We're gonna have to keep this going because I have to use the bathroom too.
Oh, I'm alone. So, all right, I got notes. Hold on. Hang on, guys. Tonight on the sandwich, let us know what you would like to see, what you don't like to see, what kind of shows you want us to do, like maybe some games, maybe some Cards Against Humanity, maybe some Dungeons and Dragons. Or maybe you just like us to sit around and talk all the time drinking beer. I'm up for that too. Still alone. It's kind of awkward. I don't really know what to do. Oh, they're coming. Thank God.
Want this or right here?
All right, going.
Thank God.
On another note,
New topic.
been. Do we have any other topics?
Dude,
What
we
do
could
we have
always-
written
we could
down?
always
got another
talk.
topic.
We always got another topic.
This one's gonna be a 3-hour episode. I feel it.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, so we
Go
can
to-
just say anything at this point.
Yeah. I mean, these guys don't care. I mean, if they care, they wouldn't watch. And if they're not watching, we don't watch anyway.
If you're at this point right now in the video, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
We love
This is
you.
Amazing.
Everything you do,
Like,
Your life.
subscribe.
your life. If you're going through anything, just text me. If you're watching at this moment now,
His number
you've gotten
is
through at least an
503.
hour of our time. You deserve personal time.
So, how do you guys feel about Justice League? What's his face from Avengers? What's his name?
Josh Whedon.
Josh Whedon is taking over Justice League because
Well, before
I'm stoked
it's a
that's
sad
an
story.
actual
It's a
director.
very
It's a
sad
sad
story.
story first. It's a sad story first.
we just got done on our last episode a couple weeks ago that we did, where we were talking about Chris Cornell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
This week.
this week, so Zack Snyder apparently back in March, his daughter committed suicide.
Sad.
Yeah, very sad. So like I remember a couple articles maybe a couple weeks ago about reshoots with the Justice League and why they were taking so long, and people were, you know, talking a whole bunch of shit and like, oh, well, the movie's going to be lame, and they want these reshoots, but they're not scheduling the reshoots. Turns out they weren't scheduling the reshoots because Zack Snyder was dealing with this tragedy that his daughter committed suicide.
Yeah, which is horrible. I wouldn't wish that on my
Yeah.
worst enemy.
So he actually tried to come back and do it to try to like take his mind off it, and he realized he couldn't do it.
Admirable.
Admirable, yeah. And he stepped up and he was like, "Hey, I have to step down and not direct this the rest of this movie." And Josh Whedon stepped in, and now he's doing it. And Zack Snyder's gonna go spend time with his family and get that shit all taken care of. And I think that's beautiful. It's sad.
Yeah, it is very sad. And good news for Zack is like the only thing that really needs to be directed are reshoots. So it's his movie. You know, there's
Still
not
his movie, yeah.
there's not gonna
Yeah.
be any Josh Whedonness in it. It's his movie. But it is a really sad story, man. And that's like it's
that can tear down even the highest person.
yeah,
Oh, for sure.
You know,
I can't even fucking imagine. Like, I
Right,
got kids.
that's
Like, I can't even imagine
Horrifying.
what a horrid situation that would be.
yeah, it's terrible, man. And you know, thoughts and you know, if you guys pray, you know, thoughts and prayers go out to the Snyder family and for a speedy, some healing for your mind.
Yeah, there's no
and
recovery,
some,
but there is like closure.
Yeah.
You know, just just take this time to reflect and
Wish
and
you all
remember the good
best.
times.
Yeah.
You know, because it is sad, man. And you know, I think Josh Whedon he's gonna do a great job for Zack and fill in the spots, and you know, I'm sure will be.
Yeah, if anyone can do it, Joss Whedon can do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Like,
He's got this.
yeah, he did the X-Men movies.
Yeah, you
Right?
know, the Avengers
Am I
movies.
wrong?
Avengers
No,
movies.
that was Brian Snyder, I
Yeah.
think, or Brian Singer.
Brian
Singer.
Singer. Pedophile.
Pedophile.
Allegedly. Don't sue me.
He did it.
Did you hear about the last guy who accused Brian Singer of being a pedophile? He got thrown in jail
For what?
for
accusing him?
falsely accusing Brian Singer.
So,
of being a
so just let you guys know that John Madden didn't accuse anybody of anything.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
This is just a joke that
Yeah.
Goes
I'm just kidding around.
Went too
that
far.
Brian Singer likes to buy sex slaves.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I still want a job
Hopefully,
in this business,
over
so,
the age, sex slaves.
Yes. Exactly.
But you know, I'm sure the movie will still be what the movie is going to be. Hopefully, it's great. You know, but you know,
It's not going to be good. But I really respect what he tried to do with that movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, just because you don't like
the
you know,
cards he was dealt were really crappy
Yeah.
cards.
just
but-
because you don't like something that somebody does artistically,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that they don't have a personal life,
Yeah, for sure.
and
Dude,
it doesn't
I totally,
mean that they don't
so
feel
sad.
pain and stuff.
Yeah.
Like just because,
Yeah,
like
at the end of the
personally,
day,
I don't
it's-
like Zack Snyder's work, doesn't mean that
I like some of his movies.
like I don't feel empathy for what he's going through.
Yeah.
Like that is a shitty situation I wouldn't wish on anybody.
Mhm.
And you know, and I hope this time away gives you a little bit of closure, and
Yeah.
and you come back and direct some more shitty movies.
Rocket, yeah.
You know, because
Rock it with your shitty movies.
exactly.
Come back.
You know, but prayers to your family and everything.
Yeah, dude,
for sure.
so sad.
You know, because there's a lot of people that don't like what I've done musically. Not a lot, just a
No,
couple.
Right, that's art. That's art right there.
Only the
is
ones that have
people will
heard
like
it.
it,
Yeah.
people will hate it.
Yeah, exactly. That is art, and you're always going to be a critic, or you're always going to have critics, and I'm a critic of his work, and that's fine, you know. But yeah, so
I think it's gonna be okay movie.
yeah, it could be. It could very well
I think
be.
it's gonna be right
Yeah.
on the
I liked Watchmen.
like level of
So, I like
I
Watchmen.
like Sin City.
yeah Watchmen.
He didn't do Sin City, but that's a pretty funny joke because it's very Snydery.
Oh, he didn't do Sin City?
Yeah.
I thought he did. No, Robert Rodriguez
Robert
did.
Rodriguez.
Yeah, you're right. You're
It's
right.
pretty funny.
Robert Rodriguez's
It is
thing
pretty funny.
Very
just copying
Snydery.
other people.
That
It is. It is.
He copies.
He needs to stop.
He does a
copying,
Tarantino thing, and then he
And then
does
he'll
a
go
Zack
do a bunch
Snyder
of-
thing,
and then he'll go do a
like,
bunch of Spy Kids movies.
Yeah, and then he does. He has some shitty movies here and there. He's like,
Dude, Robert Rodriguez does a lot of shitty movies. Let's not sugarcoat it. He does a lot of shitty movies.
He's an Austener, so he does a lot of or Austinite. I don't know. He's from Austin, Texas, and so he does a lot of independent films that are inherently shitty.
Yeah.
But he goes at them with
experiments
vigor.
With vigor.
Yeah. And like, there was this one horror movie that he made that was fucking amazing. I'm good at telling stories,
The Faculty?
especially when I don't remember what movie he made. I don't think it was Faculty.
I like The Faculty.
Is that the new series?
No,
Is
it's
that a new
Faculty was the one with Elijah Wood.
Oh, sorry. Not Sin City 300.
300, yeah.
I always get those mixed up.
But it's like the same thing.
It is
It's
the
a
same
gloomy,
thing.
It's the
violent,
same thing.
gory
It is.
thriller.
It is. So, my bad. Not Sin City 300.
Yes.
He also did Grindhouse.
Grindhouse I love. Oh my god, his segment for Grindhouse was amazing. The Planet Terror, whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
Both those films. The whole Grindhouse experience, I had a great time with it.
Yeah, and he's
I went
being
with
from
my-
Texas, being a filmmaker from Texas. He's
Yes.
always mentioned, and like you always, when I was taking classes there was always a video of Robert Rodriguez doing his thing, and he's a really smart dude. What was that?
You need to stop your fidgeting. I can hear every single fidget you do.
Keep
Oh,
grabbing
really?
your
Yeah.
microphone.
My bad, guys.
I'm trying
I
to
got
not to
the
dad you.
ADHD.
I'm trying not to dad you right now, but it's like stop
I
it.
can't hear it at all. I just hear my voice.
It's definite rubbing.
All right, well, we need to get you some better headphones then.
I
I
think
need
it's
to
just
sit
yours.
on my
though.
hands is what I need.
Oh no, maybe not. I'm not sure what you're doing with this thing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's just,
Oh, well, that.
All right. Sitting on my hands now.
we need to get this guy a fucking fidget spinner.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a fidget cube
Oh, that's
already,
cool.
but it
What
makes
is
noise,
the-
which I don't understand why it makes noise.
What
Like, it
is
should
the
be
deal
silent.
with all these fidget devices?
Well, see,
I don't
see,
know.
I have one right now. It's called this pin.
Yeah.
You know, see, I've been fidgeting with this pin this whole time,
Right.
John. See, pick up a fucking pin, bro.
Yeah, let's do that.
You're gonna hear the pen though.
You don't need to spend all this. I saw
Only if you're going like this.
I saw one of these fidget spinners at 7-Eleven. They're like, because all my kids want one now, of course.
Of
But they're
course,
like,
yeah.
they're like $11 a piece. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, they're like Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like, all right, sorry.
My God.
Fidgeting.
This guy.
Where's your pin, bro?
Got ADD.
It'll go away.
Where's my Adderall?
It'll go
Does
away.
anyone have some Adderall?
ADHD, JJJD.
Anyone find me some Adderall? If I was on
Draw a
Adderall
picture.
right now, I'd be fucking talking like the wind.
Let's get this guy some Adderall.
It's
You
pretty
got
much
some,
meth.
right, John, man?
Well,
You're
yeah.
ADHD.
Yeah, yeah. But it doesn't make me talk like the wind. It calms me down. Usually when you have
No.
When you have an actual problem, it's supposed to calm you down.
To
Yeah.
me, it's like meth. Even
pretty
though
much-
I
'cause it
was
is
raised
meth.
with
You don't need
ADD,
because it is meth.
yeah, it's
an amphetamine.
dextroamphetamine or amphetamine,
Yeah.
which depending on what you got. But yeah, it definitely helps me focus. But I guess I don't need it anymore because
Are you sure?
hyper and it makes my heart pump out of my.
Maybe you just
fucking
need a bowl
chest.
right now. Do you want a bowl of weed? You can smoke some weed
No,
or
because
something.
then I'd just be silent. I'd just be sitting here, not saying a word.
Will be better than.
I just need a cup of
You gotta
coffee.
get these clips out of my fucking.
Right?
Dude, I put those clips for convenience.
You
so,
can't.
You know,
You
dude,
can't.
all right.
Sitting on my hands.
You
All right.
can't spin
I'm
this,
good.
man.
All right, so I put these clips here. That way you had a clean workspace. That way you didn't have cords everywhere. You didn't have anything going on.
Still sitting on my hands.
All right, look.
Fidgeting.
Wait, hold on, guys.
My fidgeting is over.
Anyway, here we go. Fidget spinners.
How far along are we?
Here you go. Just fidget with this pin, far away from your mic stand.
We've probably done like about hour and a half, right?
Not quite.
Okay.
Hour 15.
We're going to keep going.
Okay.
We're going. So you pick up that pin. You know that pin. You learn the pin.
Love
All right,
that
I'm
pen.
gonna try and just keep my hands down. Okay. Any more topics?
Well, my
So,
cousin
thank
hit
you.
me up on Instagram, and he's like, hey,
Recently?
recently. Oh, not that recently, but he was like, here's the question that he posed for our podcast. Let me see. I'm going to pull it up just so I have the exact
Are you getting some
one.
internets right now?
Yeah, well,
Or
I
do I
think
need to
I'm
open
just
it?
on my regular internets.
Okay.
But it's actually pretty good. All right, where are you going? Okay.
Oh no, I'll listen. Actually,
All right. Well,
let's listen.
let me
I'm
ask.
back.
Let me ask this question,
I'm back.
and you can go use the bathroom, and you can think about it.
It's this beer, man. Beer and podcasts.
It's the only way to go.
So here it is, right?
Because your
here.
cousin podcast too, right?
Yeah.
And down in California.
Yep.
So what does he usually talk about?
I think it's more music type of podcast. Where
Yeah.
they go in, yeah, talk about music stuff.
That's cool.
So here it is, right here.
You know, it was pretty interesting hanging out with the whole band last week.
It was nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. Like all the members, second guitar player. It was pretty cool, man. Like I had a great time.
Hell yeah. So here it is.
All right.
I just had a great question for your podcast.
Question.
If you had a kid in 8th grade about to start high school, what 3 albums would you describe to your what 3 albums would you describe your high school experience with? And when your kid asks why, what would you tell them?
I'll
3
think about that while I'm pissing.
albums.
All right. So I think we covered this a couple
Did we?
episodes ago.
Did we touch
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
I think it was more about videos. I don't
Was
think
it
we
more about
actually-
video?
Yeah, we talked about
So
3 We talked about 3 videos that. Yeah. not
Oh,
albums.
okay. No, albums. Okay. So albums. All right. Well, let's see here. Well, that's kind of a tricky question. So in 8th grade, is that what he said?
Well, high school.
High
It's like,
school.
your kid's about to go into high school.
Your
and
kid's
he's
about
like,
ready to go into high
"Hey,
school.
What kind of albums were you into in high school,
All right.
and why? Why did you like them so much? We don't necessarily
Alright.
have to do 3 albums, but just
Yeah.
anything that meant something to you back in those days.
All right. So I'll just say and we can go back and forth.
Yeah, let's go back and forth.
Yep. So my first one was Metallica Reload, and I know Metallica Reload got a lot of flack
It did.
back in
But
the day.
I'll tell you right now, I'm with you on that. I am
Yeah.
with you on Metallica Reload.
I loved
like
it.
that album.
I loved it. Metallica Reload. I loved the a little bit slower beat. I loved the more meaning of the lyrics. And me and my buddy Steve Blake, who passed away, which was one of my best friends.
To Blake.
Steve Blake. There we go.
Isn't that
We-
weird when you get to a certain age when your friends start dying? What the fuck is that about?
Dude, my friend
not
started
friend.
like,
I don't
dude,
know what that
he
is.
died.
That's not cool.
He died when I was 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like my best friend in middle school and going into high school, and then he moved to Salmon, and then like 2 years later, I remember getting a call from my job. Right, it was crazy. So I'm gonna tell this story. Is that okay?
Yeah. Tell the
Yeah.
story.
So I remember I was working at Red
Slice of
Lobster,
life.
probably 2, 3, 4 years removed from him moving, and we'd talk like all the time. And I got a call from Red Lobster from his mom, and my boss comes up to me and he's like, "Hey man, you gotta take this call." I was like, "All right." And his parents didn't know me, like his mom. He moved, like his parents were separated. His dad still lived where I was from, and then he moved to Salmon, Idaho, with his mom. His mom didn't know me at all, but his mom called me, let me know that he passed away. And the only reason she knew to call me was because like how much he talked about me all the time.
Damn.
Yeah, and then so and told me that, and I like worked through it, and I was like fucking heartbroken, and drove like 9 hours to his funeral. No one knew me there. I was a pallbearer. and no one knew me there like physically, but everyone knew me there by my name because like how much he talked about me.
That's
you know,
crazy.
like, and it was crazy. It was surreal, just because, like, I've never affected someone's life like that to where that I know of. Like, this is the first time, like, me knowing of someone that I've like really affected someone's life to where like everyone knew me because of like our relationship without actually knowing me. And it was like the craziest thing, most surreal thing. And it was really shitty. Like, he got hit by a drunk driver, right? At like 19 years old, got hit by a drunk driver and died. And then I just remember this album, Reload, go back to it. We used to listen to it all the time. And I just remember at his funeral, everyone in their car was bumping Metallica. And then like going to his, where we like buried him, they were bumping Metallica in their cars. And like as we were leaving, everyone was bumping Metallica. Like nothing else matters. And like, cause he was Metallica all the way. And like me and him like used to listen to Metallica all the time. And it was just to hear like, he was a popular kid in high school, like where he was at and afterwards in Salmon. So like to hear like 25, 30 cars just bumping Metallica, just like all these different songs that all these different people had relationships with Steve Blake, all their relationships, and every single person had different songs, you know, from different albums. And it was amazing to hear just the echoes of Metallica for this guy that like with all these lives that he's touched in this short amount of time. And it's a surreal, emotional moment. And it was crazy. And that's probably like, even though it was after high school for me, like, because like we listened to that in high school.
During
it's
high
like,
school,
during high school. And then afterwards, it's like it's one of those like surreal moments you'll never forget. Just like to hear all those songs from different people of what, you know, they thought of Steve Blake through Metallica.
Amazing.
You know.
What's your favorite song off that album?
I liked The Memory Remains and Fixer.
Yeah, Memory Remains is a pretty good one.
Yeah. So that's probably my number one.
I don't even know if I can even follow that. I don't have that good of a story, dude.
I know.
Wow, that's
that was
really
crazy.
good.
Yeah.
It's really good, man. Oh my god, that was amazing.
The Steve, man.
Steve.
His memory remains. But that's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, it's
good.
It is good, man. And that's why, you know, that's like when I have friends, I try to always be there for my friends. You know, like he, like, not to get too sappy, he was never this type to say goodbye. He was always the one to say, I'll see you later. You know, there's no byes. I'll just see you later. You know, and like I say my goodbyes and stuff, but like that's why I'm always like I try to be a good friend, like to whoever it is. You know, like I never try to dog anybody. Try not too hard to offend people. You know, because you know, like,
you know that it takes one moment to never have another opinion again.
Yeah, exactly, man. Life is too short.
It's fickle.
Life is a fickle bitch.
Can end at any moment.
Maybe that's almost like the rough part though about it too, because I kind of feel like especially with John Man right here, and like John Man, like there's no doubt in my mind that just from what I've seen in our relationship together over the past couple of years, is like no doubt that John Man will always be there. Like I rest in that, like fucking I bathe in that John Man will, no matter what, John Man's always gonna be there.
Righteous.
I hope so.
You know,
yeah.
I hope I don't let you down.
No, dude, you've never let me down, man. I've
Just
always
keep coming to these things, and you'll be
yeah,
fine.
dude. See, I've always been a picker upper, not a letter downer.
Yeah,
you know.
God, that's a beautiful story, though. Jesus,
it is a beautiful story, man, and like I'm so glad I get to go to Metallica this summer, and so I remember my first Metallica concert. I didn't go with him, but I got to tell him about it. So it'll be a little bit of a like surreal. Like it'll be cool, man. Because
Yeah.
like whenever I listen to Metallica, I think of him.
That's cool.
You know, so
Metallica, good live show, by the way. I've seen them live before.
yeah,
Really?
I have too. Yeah,
I'd imagine that'd be pretty generic.
yeah. A lot of people like dog Metallica for being generic or being Metallica. It's like they're the biggest fucking
But I mean, they
rock band
created
in the world.
cliche, you know.
Yeah, they created what you're bitching about.
Yeah.
You know, like
They're the reason it's mainstream.
exactly. Like without Metallica, what wouldn't you have? You would have a lot less than what you have right
For
now
sure.
without Metallica.
I mean, my only complaint about seeing them live was that it lasted about 8 hours long.
Are you serious? 8 hours?
I was ready to go home.
Yeah.
And they
Like,
kept
please
playing.
end.
There was like a point where when I was seeing Metallica where they were playing and then like the amp started like exploding. And, like and like fucking everything was like exploding. They're like, oh my god, we have technical difficulties there, everybody. And then like this one little light came from the rafters. Like this one little emergency light, and it lowered down. Yeah, it was like off stage, so it lowered down all just. Boop. And you saw James Hetfield like, we don't have all these lights right now. We don't have any of this shit. But we're gonna keep playing for you guys another 4 hours.
You're
Yeah.
like, please stop.
Like no more. I gotta go home. It's goddamn 3 a.m.
I have a lot less drugs than you.
But
they're
if it-
showmans, man.
But if they were your favorite band, you
Yeah.
would have stepped.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
would have
you
kept
would have
going.
been stoked.
You would've been
for
I
the
went to
extra 4
see.
hours.
It was like 1995, and I went to go. It was Metallica and Korn, and I went to go see them for Korn.
Oh, that's a good show right
Yeah.
now.
It's 15 years old, 1995. Crazy.
I can't think of a single band that I would want to go to
No.
well, that's
You know-
not in quote unquote old.
Well, see, no offense on your generation,
It's
But-
shit.
but that's the problem with your generation is they don't go to see music anymore, and that's why there's no such thing
because
as a
there's
music
no
scene.
reason to.
It's true.
What do you
No,
have,
there is.
like,
There's so many like.
It's true.
If you,
Asking Alexandria? Fuck that.
if you guys went to go see music, there'd
you,
be
Asking
more
Alexandria.
music to be played.
Yes.
You know, the reason like musicians are dying is because no one goes to fucking shows anymore.
That's where musicians make their money. It's the show.
Is the
live
shows
shows,
and now YouTube, like you could do your thing on YouTube and hope to make it big and you could reach a broader audience. But the reasons bands made it big was because of their shows and the people that came to their shows and listened and bought their merch and bought their stuff and their CDs and stuff. And that's the reason there's no music scene in Seattle or United States anymore, is because people don't go to fucking shows anymore. You know, they go to karaoke instead of going to a show.
Karaoke is fun.
Yeah, but I would go to a show if AC/DC or Metallica didn't have $300 fucking tickets.
Well, actually, yeah.
Yeah,
that's what
but
it is.
okay,
Establishment.
but what I'm saying is local music. It's pretty much free.
Yeah, these days, because there's just nobody wants to go.
Exactly,
Yeah,
no
that's
one
what
wants
it
to go.
So you got to make it free for somebody to go, or at
That's
least
what it is.
like have the venue at a bar or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Exactly.
it's a shitty situation to where, you know, musicians like get treated like shit these days. And these guys on their fucking phone and shit.
What?
Right. Oh,
What's a
whoa.
phone?
But John T, man, what was your high school album? And
high school album.
yeah, if you had a kid right now going to high school and you had to tell them,
So this is a little
They're like, "Hey,
embarrassing.
Dad."
I wasn't huge into bands. I'm kind of into composers
Oh.
of like
ooh,
like film type music.
Mhm.
Because I was a nerd. I was a film nerd. I didn't really listen to like indie music or anything. I'm gonna just turn this. Sorry about
I'm
that.
totally with you on that, man.
But like,
I dig that.
I listened to a lot of Philip Glass. I
Yeah,
don't know,
Philip Glass.
and
Yes.
Hans Zimmer. Like that's what. When I would listen to music, I listened to music to like
I love Philip Glass.
film
actually.
things, and I didn't really like a lot of lyrics in my music at the time. So yeah, I listen to a lot of contemporary or like film type. What's the word? Without lyrics, it's instrumental.
No.
Instrumental music. I didn't.
You know what they
You're
called
right
it?
about people not going to shows because like I was never into a single band at that time. Maybe in middle school or like elementary school, I was into System of a Down and like MCR and
In
Rage Against the
elementary school?
Machine.
Damn.
But
Yeah, no shit. Elementary school, I was
Wow.
singing. I was like, elementary school, what the fuck?
yeah, elementary school to me was 2001 to 2005.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was graduating high school.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah,
yeah,
I
there
graduated
wasn't
in
any
97.
music in my high school days that really spoke to me.
No?
Like, because it's all rap these days. And
But it's
I
like
hate
even-
rap with a passion.
Even the
You hate
composers and
I love
stuff,
rap.
that's music, man.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
music.
it's still music, but I guess a lot of people would consider that just kind of like.
No, I was a weird kid like that, where I was like, I do love Philip Glass, by the way, and
Yeah.
also like Danny Elfman and stuff. I remember
Yeah.
going to the warehouse to actually wanting to buy a CD, and they couldn't find it anywhere, and I'm like, well, and they're like, well, what section would it be? And I'm like, well, it'd be like soundtracks, and they're like, oh, we have it under show tunes. You come here and show, yeah. You gotta come over here in the show tunes aisle.
Yeah, you have to come by the Sound of Music and the To Kill a Mockingbird soundtrack
Yes.
to find what you're looking for. But yeah, man, I really feel like I know this gets said a lot, but I was born in the wrong generation. Like, these days it's all pop and rap, and it just doesn't really speak to me.
Well, I don't think you were
Like,
born in the wrong generation.
what speaks to me is old music, and usually older music, the bands aren't really doing much.
Yeah.
Like, if there was a Soundgarden tour going on, you better believe I would be fucking at Soundgarden.
But you
if
were
they
more of a
came to El Paso.
film guy, though. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, not everything has to be revolved around music. I mean, you were more of a film guy. Film
Yeah, I
buff.
took a lot from what I learned.
I mean,
out
Danny
of, like,
Elfman, like every single Tim Burton movie.
videos and film.
You know, like that's some badass shit right there.
Yeah.
My three would be Deftones, Around the Fur.
I loved that.
And see,
That's such a perfect
I
album
listened to them,
from.
I can't think of anything modern.
Yeah, I guess
my
not
era.
really, but it's like from start to finish, such an amazing album. Like I can to this day, like even after all this time has passed, I can still listen to the whole album all the way through. It's really
Yeah,
good.
it's
Yeah.
an amazing album.
Deftones is amazing.
And plus, like I had a girlfriend there, and like a lot of that incorporated into that, and it's just like I remember listening to that a lot. Also, Sublime.
Oh yeah.
The Sublime album, just because I'm from Southern California, everybody was listening to it at the time.
I was high a lot, so
Yeah,
of course
so everybody
everyone
listens
was
to
listening to Sublime. Yep.
I'm the guy that puts on Sublime at
Yeah.
the party.
And then third album,
I'm the
okay,
guy that turns off Sublime at a party right now.
Yeah,
No offense. No offense to those
You just
Sublimers
heard
out
it
there.
enough.
It's just
but
like
it's so '90s. It's just It's,
I mean, I'm a '90s person, honestly, but I'm the guy that's like next song. Like
yeah.
like it's so overplayed. It's like Nirvana right now. I cannot listen to Nirvana because it's so fucking overplayed
Oh, for sure.
all the time, and that's like when I was getting high.
Does anybody really like Nirvana though? Really?
No,
Yeah.
they like the idea of
Yeah.
this of
The
this
idea of
music
Nirvana
scene.
is great.
It's
But do you ever
garbage.
actually put on a Nirvana album, and listen to it all the way through?
No,
You don't.
The genre.
Nobody
Garbage.
does.
Yeah, it's pure grunge, and I don't think most people like pure grunge.
And then Radiohead, OK Computer. Those are my 3 albums.
it's a good one.
Oh, that's something. Radiohead, I listen to a lot of
Yeah.
Radiohead.
That's like high school for me.
No surprises.
So I listened to a lot of Heart,
Mm-hmm. Heart's good.
the Best of Heart. I love like
Bret
they
the
had like
Hitman
a
Hart?
like the band Heart. It was a
Mm-hmm.
Nancy Wilson and
You know it. It's our hero, Barracuda.
Barracuda.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah,
You know what I know.
You know what I'm saying?
like me and my dad would flip through albums a lot, like in the car, because every year we go to California, we'd go to his childhood fishing spot, and like usually I was in charge.
From out here too, man. You're just like this whole time. It's just calling you out here to the West Coast.
Oh yeah, well, my parents are from the West Coast, and they just moved to Idaho, and like because their parents told them to, pretty much. Like it was cheaper, so it had to be, you know, it's so much better.
Where's your family originally from?
Napa Valley.
Okay.
So
California?
California.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Napa
That's a
Valley.
good area.
Yep. I was born in Truckee, California, on the other side of Lake Tahoe.
Mm-hmm.
So on the bottom of the Sierras.
When did you move over here?
Huh?
When did you move over here?
I moved over in the Seattle area like 7 years ago.
Oh, really? That's fairly
Yeah.
recent.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. I'm definitely a transplant, but I'm a West Coast
Relative.
native.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But he came out and he was like, "Hey, I need to find a band." That's when we found each other.
Yeah, I moved out here because like I needed to be in a band. I was in a band in Pocatello, and we just weren't going anywhere. You know, like, and Mary, my wife, she's in the hair industry. There's no fashion in fucking Idaho. The only fashion there is redneck. So we're like, we gotta move to a more stable fashion industry. I gotta move to a more stable, like music scene.
Just somewhere where with actual culture.
Exactly.
Somewhere
You know.
where things
So we picked up
change.
our shit, and 2 weeks later, we were living in a extended stay hotel for a week. So we found a place, our shit in a U-Haul, and then like a couple months later, I found these guys, man. You know, him and John and Brandon.
Did you guys meet up at the sheds, or was that later? on?
We met up at his old place on the off 164th. Off like King, I think it was like King Street or something like that.
John Man came without his drums.
Yeah,
Came to try
Drummer
out.
came without his
Came
drum.
out
yeah.
without his drums.
I came to try out without my drums because for one, I had a big bodyguard, Manny, love you.
Shout out to Manny.
And it was during the Craigslist time when everyone was getting their shit stolen and like bad shit was happening. So I was like, I'm not going. That, and I'm pretty sure our guitar player at the time told me not to bring my shit. But I was like, I'm not bringing my shit like to like people's houses. I don't fucking know. You
I
know?
think I like that about him though right away. That he was like, "This is how."
That I was kind of trying them out.
He's
I was
sharp.
like,
He
I want
doesn't-
to like, cause I tried out for a band before them, and I was in an awkward situation to where I didn't like what they were doing, so I wanted to check them out to make sure I like what they were doing, because I'm not gonna fucking sit there for 3 hours playing drums, so shit I don't want to do, and then have that awkward conversation of like,
Were they young people, or were they like
they're
the same?
they're my age, yeah.
The guy that we tried out before John Man had like diamond studded cases and shit, and it took him like 2 hours to set up his drum set.
Whoa.
Where he had drums all around him.
He had
And
like
it
the
was
Slipknot
It was
setup.
seriously like the Slipknot, the Rush setup. It was
Yeah,
like,
Neil Peart.
yeah, it was amazing. Like this whole setup, and he didn't know how to play it.
Really?
Yeah, it was just like some rich
Like,
dude
not
with
at all,
shit. Yeah,
or-
like, it was bad. And I think the next guy that we tried out was John Man, and it's kind of just from talking to him, it sounded like he knew what he was talking about, and fucking I bought into it right away. I ate it right up. I'm like, yeah, dude, this guy comes without a drum set, of course.
I tried
That's
you
the
guys
one
out,
you
man.
want. Yeah, that's the guy you want right there.
Yeah.
Right. If
I tried them out without having to set up my shit.
Yeah.
felt
Smart.
the chemistry. It was good chemistry. That's a lot of.
It's good chemistry. I think that's what it
That's
is,
a lot
though.
of
Like
it.
you got like a lot of the band business is chemistry. You need somebody that you're comfortable with, and
Yeah, someone that you can share ideas with.
Yeah, exactly. Because I made the mistake early of trying out for bands with that I didn't even know, and I was like, man, I don't even like what they're doing. Why am I playing drum? And I'm playing drums for them, and they're liking what I'm doing. And then they asked me for money afterwards because they rented a band space, and I didn't know what that was, being from Idaho, and like I still owe them money, you know. And like they contacted me for like a week. You're like, oh yeah, you owe us like $50 for the band space. Like, fuck you, bro, man.
Yeah, man.
Like,
$50
like-
to rehearse,
like,
or to
you guys are trying me out. You
Yeah.
can fucking pay for the band
Lame.
space, you know. So it was yeah, just hitting up with you guys.
I'm glad
You
we
know-
didn't have to go through any of that here. We just kind of
Yeah.
podcast. We got 3 guys. Let's do it.
By the way, you owe us $50.
Yep. A night.
This garage ain't free, motherfucker.
Fuck no.
I think these
These
lights
lights.
stay on, motherfucker.
Yeah.
This podcast is brought to you by John's Baking Company.
I think I got these mics at Goodwill. Not a chance.
No, crazy shit though, man. Like, moving up here was, and we're all transplants to this
We're
area,
all
so we can all definitely tell our stories.
I am too. Let's do that. Let's tell
yeah.
our transplant stories.
Tell our story.
Yeah, so I already told half of it. Mary she's a hairstylist and a hair teacher. She's a pretty much cosmetologist galore, everything you could think of. Like, she does everything. She's taught everything. She has the licenses to do whatever she wants to do in the hair industry.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then I'm just a fucking musician, right? But moving up here from broke-ass poor in Idaho to a thriving city is the best fucking thing that's ever happened to me, man. Like, I picked up new skills. I've picked up,
Same.
like,
Same.
I was never too big of a people person. I was never too big of, like, going out there and trying to do stuff for myself, I guess. Because in Idaho, it's a pretty closed community to where, like, you do one thing, you do that, you keep to yourself. And, like, here you have to be very outgoing and like, build your own world.
Yeah, it's encouraged rather.
Yeah, exactly. And then same with Mary's hair industry. Like, she owns her own salon right now. I own my own business right now. And things are going good. And that was the best fucking thing that's ever happened to me. It was moving here 7 years ago. Me and Mary packing our shit in a U-Haul. 2 weeks later, coming here to an unknown world, living pretty much out of a U-Haul for a week, and then developing into people that we didn't know we could develop into. These outgoing, outspoken, grinders. Like, we learned, like, these skills. Like, I know it might sound funny to you guys, but, like, sometimes when you're in that daily grind of, this is how you do it, this is what you're supposed to do, and this is the way it's going to be done. Like, you don't
yeah,
realize,
and you
like,
don't see an end at the end.
exactly.
At the end of the tunnel, you're just like, this is my life now.
This is my life. And
I just
when
work
you
till
come
the-
here and all you see is opportunity, all you see is trees, you see ocean.
you see inspiration.
Exactly. You see all this stuff, and it's amazing, and that's the best thing I've ever done in my life was move here with the woman I
Yeah.
love, and to grow and meet new friends, which I have right here because I moved here, and the friend quality that I have here. No offense to anybody in Idaho, I love you guys so much, but the friend quality I have right here is amazing. I have a few very, very good friends in Idaho that I will never give up anything to.
Whoa.
The Manny's, JFK, the Big N's, the Hollywoods, but the quality of life that I got here is unmatched to anything, and I'm fucking thankful for it. So amazing.
Yeah, same here. I grew up in El Paso, Texas, which is the largest small town you'll ever see. Like, it's a big town. There's close to 1 million people living there, but there's not a thing to do. Like I said earlier, or in the last episode, that the downtown area is completely deserted. There's nothing there. And yeah, when I moved over here, I've never been so inspired to do more with my life, because, like, going to college there, it really felt like I wasn't doing anything worthwhile. And, like, getting a job there is nothing really. Like, it's everything you expect, but moving over here, like, you get a whole new dynamic with life.
It's
Like,
true.
Like, I guess in each city, people think the same. And like in El Paso, a lot of people are just okay with staying where they are and never moving on to bigger things. Or just moving on to something different. Like, people will spend 20 years working at a Sonic drive-in and never think about anything more with their lives, anything they could add. So, yeah. I don't know.
How do you feel about your life here now, after being here these many years? How long have you been out here?
Been out here for 3 years now. And I was with you the first first few weeks I was out here.
Yeah.
Like, you and your family were one of the ones that helped me get here, basically.
I always saw something in you, John.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
You
I always liked you.
Right, and that's one of the reasons why I came over here. I saw opportunity with you. I saw opportunity with like Rick and stuff.
Yeah,
I
like...
wanted opportunity, and where I was just definitely wasn't what I wanted to do. Because for one thing, there's nothing wrong with it, but like it's primarily a Hispanic place. Like it's run and paid for by Hispanic people, and I'm Hispanic, but I don't look Hispanic, so most people...
That's probably one of the best things you got going for you. Just don't look Hispanic.
Right? Exactly. And, like, most people take a look at me and they think that I'm an outcast.
Yeah.
Because I don't speak Spanish. I should, even since I lived there.
Yeah, I don't either. Hey, man.
Right?
I don't either.
Whatever. But... in El Paso, they speak to you in Spanish before they speak to you in English if you go to a store or something. So yeah, I think because of that alone, I needed to get out of there and try and do my own thing.
I'm glad you're here with the sandwich. I mean, fucking yeah, it wouldn't be the same without you.
Right? We wouldn't
Absolutely.
be podcasting right now.
I want to take one thing back before you go on there. I didn't mean any harm to my friends. When I meant better friends, I meant...
You thought about this the whole time he was peeing outside.
I meant support system.
Yes.
Is different. Support system. Not friends, support system.
Yeah, because people in El Paso, like, I keep saying El Paso, but, I don't know, people here think more about what they're trying to do, whereas, like, anyone's hometown, it's all about, like, how to stay the same.
Yeah. No. I was talking to Emily about this the other day, my girlfriend, and we're talking about like how stuffy it is back out east and how different it is out here, and I kind of feel like maybe there's more the ratio to self-made as to old money is probably greater here
Oh,
for the self-mades.
For sure.
Yeah.
New money versus old money.
Yeah. I struggled in California like a lot. Like there wasn't a lot of opportunity there. There wasn't a lot of jobs, and I moved to Vegas for a while, and I was like trying to get into the whole Vegas scene, but I never liked it. Like I hated it out in Vegas, to be honest with you. It's horrible. I just don't like the desert. I'm not a desert guy.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's hot.
Everyone that's a somebody out in Vegas
is
a bunch of
somebody.
cutthroat
Yeah.
motherfucker.
That's the rough part and stuff. Like fucking really getting to the realization where people don't really have your best. I mean, even now, just to get to that realization where not everybody has your best interest in mind.
No, everyone's for themselves.
Yeah,
For sure.
it's like a hard lesson to learn, I think. But like when I came out here and stuff, like I was out in Vegas and I met Rick, and I played some music with him out in Vegas, and he was like, "Oh my God, like you're good. Come out here and play it for my band." And like he like found me a job out here, and I'm like, "Well, dude, I really hate where I'm at right now. I don't want to go back to California." Cool, let's do this. So I came out here and I played with his band Hextrip for a while. And I kind of just forged a life for myself out here, and it's been like so good ever since. Like fucking I met you. Like I feel like you're like really, man. You're like one of my best friends, man. I know
Thanks,
we
man.
don't really get to hang out a lot, but like seriously, like I feel like I can tell you anything, and
Yeah,
like, fucking,
likewise,
like
man.
you'll always be there. You'll never judge me.
Ever.
I can always tell. I can always come and talk to you, and like fucking, like yeah, like you're my rock, John, man. You're my rock. I really feel that way.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
And yeah, I don't know. Fucking, I really love it up here, and
Yeah, I think there's something to be said about, like, a lot of people say that you can't run away from your problems, but moving to a place where people are genuinely different can be a real help to you, you know?
for sure. Even like fucking. When John Man met me, I was like still like a really like the whole time John Man's really known me. I've always been at a really dark time in my life.
Yeah,
really,
dude.
like,
I was about to say like the progressions that you've made in your life
yeah.
since I've known you have been amazing and outstanding.
I've only learned recently, like as of way recently, that life is not really about what you need to do, but sometimes it's got to be about like what you want to do. Like fucking, sometimes you can make that choice about it
Yeah.
can be what you want and not what needs to happen.
Yeah. You know, you
If
have
that makes
choices.
any
loose.
sense.
Yeah. I mean, there's choices.
Yeah.
You have choices.
Let loose, live a little.
Now,
Like,
you know, you get to come to a podcast
Yeah,
on Wednesday nights, Thursday nights.
it's nice.
You get to
you don't get drunk just to forget about
Yeah.
your fucking
Nah.
annoying issues.
Yeah, just me coming to hang out and
yeah, and like there's this like this quote. I forget who says it, and I'm sure one of you guys could correct me on it, but it's like when you wake up and you have like these responsibilities, instead of I can't do that, or it's not so much of like I can't, it's like I have like these other responsibilities, like, oh, how'd it go? Like I get to do that, or I'd have
do
to look
what
it up.
you need to do what you want to do.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's looking at life like, instead of the I can'ts, it's the I do's. I do get to, instead of like, oh, I can't go out to podcast tonight, but I get to spend time with my family.
Oh, like think about the things that you're able to do, not the things that you've been like you're not allowed to do.
Yeah, well, it's I think it's like the moral of the story is like getting the can'ts out of your life, or
Yeah.
the I can't, or the, because there's so much that you get to do, that overcomes like the you never can't do something. You'd always do something.
Yeah, the
But
only limit you
I-
have is
I
your
get
own
to-
self.
Spend time with my family tonight.
Yeah.
That's what I get to do.
just took me too long to realize all of it. Like honestly, like in this whole thing, like with our band Eros and stuff, I was the one that torpedoed like a lot of it. It was me. And like I do feel like shit for like a lot of it. Like actually now being able to step back and be like, yeah, you know what? A lot of that was me. I feel shit about a lot, but like someone like John Mann's never made me feel bad about it either, which is nice.
Hey man, rhythm section, baby.
Rhythm section.
No,
Life happens, man.
Yeah, exactly. And I've always
Like no one's
understood
gonna
that.
blame you if you have to take care of your children, your own flesh and blood.
Exactly, man. And I've never been. Yeah, and the thing is, you're the only one in this room right now with kids. And you have responsibilities.
A lot of time didn't have anything to do with kids though. Doesn't matter.
No. And sometimes it doesn't have to, but you know what? It's a good excuse. It's a good excuse.
So you came from Idaho?
Yeah, Southeast Idaho.
Southeast.
Yeah, so closer to like the Montana and Wyoming, Utah border ish.
Right on. All flat. All farmland.
No, man. Like there's we got a good. I lived in a valley, so I lived in in a area of like mountains on both sides of me. So I got more of the mountain esque type, but there was a lot of flat around. There's a lot of farmland, a lot of the potato people.
Yeah, driving through
Yeah.
Idaho on my move up here, it was just a straight line of nothing but farmland
Yeah,
throughout the entirety of Idaho.
yeah. I mean,
Idaho, and it was like 6 hours, 4 hours.
so where'd you drive through?
So I went from El Paso, which is at the very point of Texas, you know, the little arm on the left side. It's at the very final point.
Mm-hmm.
So I drove all the way up through Albuquerque, through New Mexico, through Santa Fe, all that.
Mm-hmm.
I took a slight detour into Colorado, like a small, like, corner of Colorado, which was crazy driving through there. I guess they have a very bad meth problem because there's a billboard that said only 83% of our high school graduates are meth free.
Oh man.
I was like, wow, that's an achievement.
So there's
That is
27% of you are on meth.
On meth, yeah. So there's a problem out there. We should probably talk about that.
Well, it's just
But,
like in Idaho, like in billboards, like there's this. I used to wear a not even once bracelet because there's the meth's a bad problem down there.
Yeah, any small town,
Yeah,
it's meth.
and it's just not even once, man. Can't do it.
Yeah,
Just
it's not
'cause
good.
It fucks you up.
Drugs are bad, kids.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I drove through Idaho, Colorado, then I went through Utah, which is probably one of the best states to drive through. If you're gonna drive through a state, because
Drive
Utah
fast.
was just beautiful, and Salt Lake City is an amazing looking
So you
city.
drove up Salt Lake City through Idaho.
Yeah, I went through Salt Lake City for sure, and I hit Idaho, and then I believe I came through Eastern Washington and went all the way across Washington.
Yeah, so you definitely went through the town that I lived through. So what happens is you go through Salt Lake, all the way up to Pocatello, and at that little thing right there, you take a left, and then you go through Twin Falls or Burley, Twin Falls, Boise. So yeah,
Yeah, I drove through Boise for sure.
you definitely blinked and went through my town that I grew up in.
It was nothing but blank flatlands.
Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah,
pretty flat there.
alright.
I mean I think so. There's like the Panhandle, right?
Yeah, the
And then,
little
like,
arm.
Like how Idaho goes, like that. And then down here is pretty much farm. And here's where you get into like the mountains and like everything. If you ever like watch TV or something, you're like, visit Idaho. It's so beautiful. It's always up here, like up
Yeah,
towards
they
the
don't show you
Panhandle.
the-
You know, they don't show you the farmlands, but it's always up north. Like Boise is the cutoff, and like everything north of Boise, and you cut from Boise all the way across the state up. You know, because you have like Sun Valley and Haley, Idaho, and then all those like nice ski resorts and stuff. And that's where like everyone's like all the TV channels. You know, you visit there. You know, but other than that.
It's like Texas. You don't go to the Panhandle of Texas. There's nothing there. Like
Yeah.
a little arm that's at the top of Texas. There's nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing to go for over there.
Yeah.
Even in El Paso, West Texas, there's nothing there. It's all Austin, maybe Houston area. Galveston is the beach. But yeah, 80% of it is just farmland, wasteland. Nothingness.
So
But
what part,
Houston is enormous.
what part of California did you grow up in?
Southern California. So like all
SoCal.
the SoCal. It's like the Whittier.
Sharper part of California.
Yep. Well, no, it's still pretty dirty down in dirts. And then in my high school years, it was Victorville, so it was the high desert.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
So you had like a couple times to like break, didn't you? Like in a band?
Yeah.
Like like tell us about like some of your close to breaking stories. I think I always tell people this because I think it's really interesting. Like I know maybe you don't think it's as interesting as I do, but I mean, I've played with this guy. He's an amazing bass player, and he's, like, he's been through, had some amazing bands back in his day.
Yeah. Oh no, it was nice and stuff. Like we played with we kind of grew up in an era where, well, not really like the generation before us was like the Corns and the Deftones
and stuff,
and
yeah.
yeah. So like we came in the generation after us. So like the bands that were coming out when we were playing was like,
So like Korn and like Deftones like paved the way for you guys.
yeah. But it's like, so like out of us and stuff, like I think like the bands that were coming out at the time were like Hoobastank and Papa Roach and
Yellow Card.
Yellow Card,
Like Alien Ant Farm.
Alien Ant Farm. Yeah, like we've been like hung out with Alien Ant Farm and hung out, went to their shows and stuff, and yeah, man, it was a cool time.
So
Good
like,
time to be alive.
did you ever have like any remorse like playing and growing up with like any of those like second generation bands, like, and like the bands that like broke, but like you weren't?
No, it's cool. I remember going to a show and seeing Mudvayne and stuff, and not realizing that was their shtick, because I think it was like around Halloween time.
What's their shtick?
Oh, that they were like dressed up in makeup and stuff.
Oh yeah, like how so? Are they Kiss or are they like War?
They're kind of Kissish, I guess. Like they have like full on makeup and stuff. But I remember like hanging out with them, like, oh, that's cool because it's Halloween. But it's
Then
like,
you
yeah,
realize that's them all the
that's
time.
just them all the time. But then they broke, and they got all huge and stuff. So it
So
was
when you
nice.
say broke, that means famous.
Yeah, like they broke.
Yeah,
they
they
broke.
did.
through
They
the-
broke out.
Yeah. There's a lot of bands out there that just kind of just broke and.
Well, in like the late '90s, early 2000s, there was a lot of bands breaking. Like that was a good time to.
That was like a good time to be a band.
Yeah.
So I kind of hate that we didn't break out.
Yeah.
There's still time, man.
Yeah. Well, no, probably not.
Just one more show would be good.
One more show would be all right.
You know, I
Be
do
enough
one.
for me.
It's
like,
all about
honestly,
live streams these
like,
days, my
yeah.
man.
Honestly, I was thinking about like our last show, like not our last show, but our next show for like the one show, maybe with Arrows, maybe I want like a going away Arrows party,
Mhm.
like an official one,
That'd be cool.
to where it's me, you, Brandon, and then we have John Storms, Craig Cabana, and Rick as guitar players.
What
I
if
think that'd be
host
cool.
a show
be
and
cool.
you guys are my
John Storms love it.
You know, just like a closure of Arrows going away. You know, no more.
Just close the book on it.
Yeah, just close the book, you know, and then play like John Storm stuff we wrote with Craig, stuff we wrote with or Rick.
I thought we had a lot of good stuff.
No, we did, and like I think that would like fulfill like what, an hour and a half, 2 hour set of like if we played everything, you know, like it would take us 2 months to fucking remember everything.
Yeah.
Maybe
Take
longer,
a second.
but I think it'd be pretty cool to have like
Yeah.
an Arrows
There's
just
a lot of good stuff out
you
there.
know just a last show just to say fuck it, you
Yeah.
know, like maybe delete the page or some shit after that,
Mhm.
you know.
Shake hands.
Yeah.
Walk away.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
and-
gotta leave the page. Gotta have a
yeah,
memorial
You gotta
page.
turn the page. Here I go.
Can't burn the book.
on the road
Turn the
again.
There I go.
Turn the page.
God, this mic makes you sound like a god.
Doesn't it, man?
It does.
Like, I just want to like sing all the
Yeah.
time in this thing.
Did you guys ever get studio time
Yeah,
for that
Yeah.
band?
All the
Yeah.
time.
we have some.
We had so much studio time we didn't know what to do with. We had so much opportunity.
Dude, okay. You know what? We had fucked up studio time because this is how it was. Like we did one song that was with all of us together, and then we did 4 songs. Right, and I laid the tracks for all of them. The drummer always lays the tracks first. But for some reason, the guitar player, the bass player, and singer didn't want to do any scratch tracks or
I was
nothing.
such a prima donna. I think the last the album that we put out, I don't think I was even playing bass on it. I think it was somebody else.
But
John Storms filling in for me.
I went in there and I played all the tracks off memory, off like
He did by
like,
himself.
all the tempos, all the fills, all the like everything was just off memory, and these guys like didn't show up for their fucking scratch tracks. It was just
True.
me in there.
He's not kidding.
I'm not kidding. Like these guys didn't show up.
Video tracks are expensive. I don't know.
Yeah,
what the
so
fuck
these guys didn't
are
show up.
doing.
So I was sitting there fucking by myself, did all the fucking drum tracks with no scratch tracks, no nothing, just off memory
Yeah.
because these guys didn't fucking show up.
He's absolutely right. That happened.
And like that was like at the point of the band, I was like, these fucking guys, man. Like we're paying for the
But
studio
were you
time.
one of these guys?
I was one of these guys.
He was one of those guys, man. And like John Storms and Brandon, they were both fucking in that shit too because no one fucking showed up to help me out. There's no moral support, but
lawful
you know-
good over
you know,
here.
when-
and you
when
guys
I'm
are
there-
supporting lawful good.
But
you know.
he was so good that it like totally just it was so easy to come in after he was done. Like
yeah,
Because he
yeah,
just let it happen.
because he had it nailed.
yeah. All of them were perfect. I think Cause and Effect was a little bit slow, but other than that,
Yeah.
everything else was fucking perfect.
Nessa still has that on her phone.
Does
Cause
she?
and effect.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a good song.
Good.
Heard,
It's
heard
on.
it a few times. It's indistinguishable from like a pro
Yeah.
track that
came
you
out
would
really
hear
good.
on the radio. I was
One
like,
Stop Studios, baby.
I was
Yeah.
surprised.
One shot.
One Shot Studios.
One
Yeah, Dylan Font.
opportunity.
Fan. I actually have one of our old. I don't even think we ever played it live. Recordings from Dylan. It was a demo.
I do too. It's
I don't even remember what song it was, but like no one liked it, but I thought it was fucking cool as shit.
Yeah, it's cool. We played it live once.
Did we?
Yeah, I think we have it Studio 7.
Oh well, that's a shitty recording.
Yeah.
I did find an old CD from the. You remember that mixer I bought?
Mm-hmm.
I do have an old CD from that. From
Oh shit.
yeah.
Send that to me. I'd like to check it out.
I haven't listened to it at all. Like honestly, like I haven't listened to any of like our old Arrow shit.
What if
so-
we created a
Sorry.
show kind of like Beavis and Butthead, where it's like shorts and then in the middle, it's all music videos,
You can do
or
that.
just music.
Yeah.
I have a lot of
That's what I've
bands
just been
around here that
imagining
I'd
right
like
now.
to talk shit about.
You know, it's funny. I'm so
Satire.
like out of the music scene right now. Like I don't even know if I can talk shit about any of the bands around here anymore. Like all the bands I used to talk shit about either aren't a band or I feel bad talking shit about them.
Yeah.
You know,
They're just so old and worn. It's like, oh,
you know,
it's
because like
sad.
I could say that we officially broke up one band, and I kind of feel bad about that sometimes. You know.
Arrows.
I mean, half of them were douchebags, but
Yeah.
I mean, like honestly, like, but after they broke up, like, they were pretty cordial, and that like the drummer ended up being a decent guy, and I think it was just the singer was always a fucking douche, and the bass player is still a douche, and still long stories and white lies, and I'm not gonna name names because if I name names and they watch this, they're
Trying
gonna
to
know
figure it
exactly the
out.
fuck they are.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Our rival, man.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our rival.
You know who you are.
You were never
Starts
our
with-
rival, by the way.
We were
You guys
way
were
better.
terrible.
You guys were terrible.
So fill me in. What's going on? Like these were your rival.
We'll talk
Studio
about it after
guys.
the show.
Will we?
Maybe.
Well, we
All
could
right,
talk about it,
remind
just don't
me.
name any names.
Okay. There was just this band that we used to play with. They were never really any good.
Did they open for you or something?
Kinda. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I think
They were
a,
shit.
so. I think
That's all
a
you have
lot
to
of
say.
the
All these bands, and they all opened for us.
Yeah.
Seriously, yeah.
and we all opened and we opened for them on some occasions.
Yeah.
It's that was the ego-driven version of this Seattle scene. Like I think there was a few of these bands that were going around, and we were just so ego-like. Like we hated them, they hated us. They talk shit about us, we talk shit about them.
Yeah.
There's just like 4 of these bands going around like that, and it was just
It was tough sauce there. I mean, it was tough.
yeah, it was.
But it's funny. Like, I got a lot of humor in what we did to each other.
Yeah,
We did some funny shit.
we did do some fun shit. Except for okay, so I was I looked on I think Craig's Facebook page and like they had a Method 13. I think he's in like Method
Yeah, it's
13.
Method
band.
13 now.
Yep.
Method 13.
There we go. And they were at the practice space, right? And he was like taking a video like in front of his practice space, and there's an arrow sticker on their practice space door.
Oh. There's this one band, Lucero, and it was like Lucero, so we stuck our sticker on there.
Right on top of it.
Yeah, so it's like Luceros.
Yeah.
Shit like that. Like
Yeah.
harmless stuff.
Like harmless, like banter,
Yeah.
band banter. It was. I think it made it fun though.
Yeah.
I think that's another show that could take off. It's a show about the sheds.
Yeah. There's
Rival
a lot
band
of good shed
members.
stories, for sure.
Yeah.
That'd be a show. I'd watch that show.
A lot of it didn't end up too well, though. Like, a lot of it's kind of sad.
Even better.
A lot of it.
Conflict
No, like
that
the
you
thing
want.
is, a lot of it did end up sad,
Yeah.
and then a lot of it just like ended.
Like, even now, even going on Facebook and being friends with some of these people still to this day, a lot of it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
That they're still doing it, or
No,
that
not really at the children. It's
they
like
kinda fell
some of
off.
us are going through hard times, and
Hmm. I mean, because
life gets in the way.
being like if you're a hardcore musician, and if that's all you do, and if you never make money at it, it shows. You know, and there's
Yeah.
a lot of these dudes I like, so it's like not
Yeah.
so easy to, it's just,
like the
Right,
banter
like
was
you
all
wanna
just
see them succeed.
Like,
yeah, I want to see them
there's only
succeed.
one band that I could say like we were better than you, but other than that, like it was all just banter, like
Just shooting the shit.
just just making fun of each other, pranks, whatever it was. But to see some of your old colleagues, I guess you could say, like
Yeah,
like fall into really hard times,
yeah,
it's tough
that's
to
rough.
watch.
Yeah,
You know,
Right on.
I mean, because that's what we were.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, we played with these guys for years,
yeah.
so it's just
It's not easy to watch sometimes. Yeah,
it's not, man.
you do
But-
feel bad, but I guess it's
Yeah,
not
I feel
like
bad about people
it's
that
not
I
like I
see
reach
on
out.
Facebook. That's one of the reasons why I
should
got
probably
rid of
reach
it.
out more.
Yeah, Like-
rekindle some old
Mhm.
flames.
it's hard because like sometimes they just want you to do too much. Like you always want to be there for people, but you want to give them stepping stones. You don't want to be the person that drags them out. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? If that makes sense. Like you're always there to talk
You
to.
want to throw the line out, but it's
Yeah.
up to them to grab it.
Exactly.
Show them the door, but they gotta walk.
Like you
through it.
can't force people to do things.
Yeah, band's actually rough shit, man. It's like, it's not a joke and shit. Like, yeah, a lot of people really do fall into dark times and stuff, and you don't have to be a star to fall into dark times.
Oh,
For sure. No.
I think there's more non-stars out there falling at dark times. Like I guarantee you, there's more non-stars
Yeah,
out there.
for sure.
The unheard of people that are falling into dark times than, the heard of ones.
Yeah.
And it's a tragedy.
Mm-hmm.
It really is because these are our brothers. We've played with them. We've toured with them. We've done all these things, and it's hard. And
It's like back in the day, you knew them at their best, and maybe they're not at their best anymore, and it's,
Mhm.
yeah, it's sad.
and like
Their best wasn't enough.
for the scene,
Nah.
for the
Moment.
scene. But the thing is, it's a hard scene out there.
It is a
like,
hard scene.
It's
Especially if that's all you got, and like that's what you're going for and shit. Yeah, it's tough, man.
and music, like we were talking about earlier, it's just definitely not the same as it was.
No.
And it's a hard gig these days.
Even when we were coming up, dude, it's a hard gig. It seemed like it was easier back in the 90s.
Yeah. A lot of these bands are like, oh man, we wish we had YouTube. We wish we had, Facebook and this. It's like, do you? Because if
You're
you were
competing with way more people.
Yeah.
you're competing with billions of views right now on YouTube. And at least back in the day, you had people coming to your shows. You didn't have
Yeah.
to fucking beg. Like I feel like we had great music.
Yeah.
But we had to beg people to come to our shows. Like, please buy this fucking $5 ticket. Please. Like back in like the 90s, 2000s, like people just went to shows. And like that's what their Friday and Saturdays nights were. They were going to shows, listening to music. Didn't matter if they were big or not. You know.
I don't know. It kind of feels like things have changed. That we have more fans than we ever had.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you
it's
could
crazy.
potentially rekindle.
Yeah.
It's definitely crazy. That's for damn sure.
Oh yeah. What are we at now, John man?
2:15.
Holy shit!
All right, 45 more minutes and we're done.
Yep. All right.
Really, 45?
Yeah, 45 more minutes.
Okay, another topic. Music's making me
Can we
depressed.
Get
there-
to 45 more minutes.
Is there any beer left?
Yeah.
I'll take one. Oh yeah. Do you guys hear that?
Snap.
Crackle.
Pop. Vanessa. Oh, sorry. Okay.
We were gonna.
Oh, yeah.
Stay for
So
some.
let's go ahead and let's do one more topic, and then we can go ahead and end all this.
Yeah, let's do like 20 or 15 more minutes.
Okay.
Okay. She
Hold
off.
on, let's go to my list. Oh wait, I'm dead. Never mind.
Are you
I have
dead?
no list.
Do you need to take
Are you
off,
getting
man?
in trouble because your phone's dead?
No, I'm not gonna get in trouble, but I don't want her to wait for like.
Oh,
I
I
know.
don't want her to wait either.
Yeah, you're right, man.
But no, she's in a safe space. Safe space. She's not gonna get raped or anything.
Okay, cool.
Well, if you need to take off, we could talk for 30 more minutes and.
Yeah. Me and John Man talk all the time without you, so if you just want
Yeah,
to
I know. You guys make plans without
It
me all
might-
the time.
it
I
might
mean,
even
it's
be
not
better.
any different.
It might even be better if you left. Huh?
Yeah. You guys might even get better ratings.
I mean, we can make this an
So I
open
always
face.
get texts like, "Yeah, we're still doing that thing that we talked about, right?" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, whatever, guys."
If you want, like, we can make this an open face sandwich. If you need to take off.
Open
and,
bun.
Oh, an
Open
open
bun.
bun.
and if,
Oh, we can just do 10 more minutes.
that's
you know?
cool.
We can close it out.
it's up to you, man.
We can close it out. Do like another 15 more minutes.
All right.
All right.
That's all right.
I hate to take apart the sandwich.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is there anything else I want to talk about? We talked about The Rock. Talked about Zack Snyder's family. Very sad.
Yeah. Very sad.
Talked about a band and our fallen
Let's-
comrades.
Talk
talk
about
about
WWE.
Future
We got pretty
Sandwich.
deep today.
Yeah.
How about we talk about future sandwich?
All right, future sandwich.
Future
What is
sandwich.
your guys' vision of what we're gonna do here?
Well, hopefully we'll have like a room. I mean, I'm still decorating the place. You know.
Yeah, we're
This
thinking
will
of
be
taking
gone
that
this weekend.
roll.
Yeah. Oh,
We'll
nice.
take
nice,
that away
nice,
this weekend.
Nice.
We're thinking of taking that roll and making like a nice little set. I don't know if you can see it. Oh yeah, there it is. Nice little pole right there. Roll that around the sandwich.
Yeah,
Have
that's
like
cool.
a little set going on. Maybe pin some stuff on top of it.
I'm working on getting
Like some
Roman Reigns
pictures.
on the show, so
Yeah.
hopefully he'll come by and talk
I-
about his yard.
Yeah, that's all he's gonna talk about. And then I'll be like, "Bitch, I mowed this yard. This is my yard."
Who do you think's the biggest star you can get on here?
Like right now,
Right now?
Yeah.
Corey Feldman.
Randy Quaid.
Oh yeah.
Randy Quaid would probably come on.
Oh yeah.
He needs all the help he can get.
That'd be amazing. I'd watch that shit.
I would. We could invite him for our
The-
fucking Independence Day episode.
Right, the other Sheen brother, maybe.
I still think we should set up. I think we can too. Where we'll do a commentary of the full Independence Day movie.
I think
I
we
love
should.
that fucking movie. I
We
think
We need to
should
do
it.
like the Mystery Science Theater kind of thing, where we just watch with our fans.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome.
Ugh,
Hiccups.
got the hiccups.
No, yeah, I think Randy Quaid. Yeah, we can get him on.
We can get him
Right?
on.
Who's
Dude,
in
no problem.
Seattle? Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt's in Seattle. We get him on.
Yeah.
Amy Poehler.
Is she from Seattle?
Really?
It's crazy.
I think so.
What's his face? From Top Gun. No,
Tom Cruise?
Not Tom Cruise.
Val Kilmer?
Nope.
The other
The other one.
guy. Shit, I don't remember.
They're making a Top Gun 2. Tom Cruise
Oh,
confirmed
yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Tom Skerritt. Tom Skerritt's from out here. He's lived out here his whole life. He'll come on our show. When you're blowing smoke that big, it's not
Anything
really
else? Do we
hideable.
want some specials to tell about to tell the audience? Maybe we'll have a special going on. Maybe something that's excuse me.
So I think maybe in the
Other
next,
than the podcast.
in the next couple of weeks, we're going to have a logo, like a True Blue logo.
Yeah, I'm gonna have it up.
And then John T right here is going to be taking his computer home for highlights. So he's going to be editing highlights.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, do you
Highlights.
still have does your computer have a wireless?
Yeah.
All right, maybe you should bring your computer over
I'll
here.
bring my computer over here. I'm
Yeah.
not using it for anything else.
Yeah, so we'll bring your computer over here. That way we can do some gaming, some pass and play.
Pass and play.
Yeah.
Be fun.
Yeah.
No.
Should I get? Cause I can get one. Like a controller, something we can pass around, or do
Oh, I have a.
do we want to use like?
I have a PS4 controller that seems to work, so I think it'll.
I think all
Some
Xbox
PC?
controllers will work on PC too, right?
Yeah, all Xbox controllers work.
Oh,
so-
wired ones, right?
Yeah, you just plug it right in. And
Yeah, mine's
it'll work.
wireless.
Okay,
I could buy a
Someone
Wired
has the hiccups. I remember my first beer.
Hick. Hick.
like a Looney Tunes character drunk.
So maybe one of these times we'll just like get like super stoned and do the podcast. So I did have this
420 podcast.
420 pod. Oh, that's like next year.
Dude,
Fuck.
I'll totally watch you guys get stoned.
So I had this idea, and you guys let me
Yeah,
know
you'll-
too
you'll
over
stay-
there.
You'll stay sober so you can actually talk.
So I had this idea, and I'm pretty sure I have some notes for the sandwich, actually. I don't know if I've talked to you guys about it yet. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. Let's see here. John's Sandwich. And I have this, where the fuck did it go? So I have this idea for an all-day live stream with various guests all day and night.
Oh.
So we start the live stream like 9 o'clock in the morning, us three, and then throughout the whole day, just pretty much party at whoever's house, and then we just have whoever jump in. And one of us is after us three, one of us is always gonna be present, and then throughout the night, we just have various guests talk. You know, maybe do like a 15, 16, 17-hour live stream, and then we end the show with us three.
Pretty cool.
We can do it. I don't mean to voluntold you, but we can do it at your new house. Have it like a house christening.
Well, like, yeah, I want to set up another podcasting station at my house too, in case we can do it there. Like, I think it would be helpful if we just had multiple places to do it, and like we had this option.
Yeah, for sure.
So we could buy a. Actually, I have another mixer, so I could take the mixer, my other mixer.
You have another one of these?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Dude, I have a lot of band equipment, man. So
Nice.
much. All I
I'm
need is
actually so grateful that we're actually doing this. Oh my god, we talked about doing a podcast for so long, and now we're actually doing it. So it's
Yeah.
fucking incredible.
Right? And
it's
now
easy.
it's podcast.
Like,
Tomorrow,
like honestly,
it's the live stream.
like think about like when we first started the podcast, and we were so new and nervous,
Mm-hmm.
and like the sound, like no offense on your the YouTube thing or the USB,
Oh yeah,
Blue
we were
thing.
using one microphone.
one microphone for three
Yeah,
of us,
for 3 people.
and like
That's horrible.
this thing, what we have going now is just like it's amazing.
Yeah,
like-
it's nice.
I feel like I can't even talk to people. Like when I'm talking to my wife.
I feel like I can't hear her.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
what are
it's
you
just
saying?
like, can we go to the
What are
garage
you
and
saying?
talk to civilized people, like civilized people? You know?
Or you're like, where was the segue from that conversation? Like, you just started talking about something
Oh my
random.
god.
Yeah.
You didn't even.
Are you gonna bring this back?
Yeah, are you gonna go back to what I was talking about? Shit. Fuck.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So
You're like
it's
a,
crazy.
You're like a cute little Pinocchio character. In it. With their little
Yeah, I
hiccups.
know. I'm adorable.
Adorbs.
He's adorbs.
I know. We have so much.
Well, we gotta have the guy that. Let's see. Fucking yeah, you're
I'm
the
the lad.
adorbs guy.
Dude, you can't open that beer if you're leaving in 10 minutes.
You can probably drink that in 10 minutes.
How much are left?
Look you dead in the eye. You can
Enough
keep all
for-
that shit.
Enough for you and I to have a drink, that's for
Hell
sure.
yeah. We're keeping this podcast going until the beer is gone.
All right.
No, that's...
All right.
Is it gone?
No.
No,
yeah.
there's more.
Oh,
There's like 3 beers left.
no. I'm just giving you shit, John.
Found this microphone.
So where do you live, man? Like, not to, like...
Off of
I live
164th?
128.
128th.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
One less. One less.
So
exit.
what are you doing?
But I'm moving
with,
up to Muckletale.
Yeah, so
soon.
what's
which is
up
right
with
by my
you?
house, right?
You're with
Yeah, Mucktail. I live
Yeah,
in, like,
yeah.
Harbor Point, Mucktail. Mucktail.
you can't get more. You can't get much more into Muckleteo than John, man.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have a different house other than this one?
No, this is
This
like...
is Muckleteo.
We're not in Muckletale.
We're in Muckleteo
Yeah.
right now.
No, Muckletale's like east,
East?
north.
I'm not gonna listen
Everett,
to you with your hiccups right now.
No, it's west.
or west north.
Okay,
Everett.
so I live on... So Muckteo's right here.
This is
Right.
Muckleteo, man.
And you're like over here.
So, and this is Harbor Point and Picnic Point, and I'm in Picnic Point. So I'm only like...
So I'm gonna be like right here.
And I'm going to be right here.
Do you already got your place?
Which is like right next to you.
No, not yet.
Okay.
But it's looking pretty good.
All right,
There's a nice little
John, I got this thing.
area.
That's
And
awesome.
all you users...
So you still live in the same place right now?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Shh. I got this. All you users, you could totally use this. All right, John, take a deep breath. Now I want you to hiccup for me. Hiccup. Do it. Hiccup. Hiccup. Hiccup.
He's
Do
about
it.
to cure hiccups
Do it.
right now.
Do it. Do it. Hiccup. Hiccup. Try.
Hiccup.
Try.
Do it,
You're not
man.
trying.
Come on.
You're
Come
not
on.
trying.
If I,
You're not trying.
there we go.
There
Okay. There you go. All right. Now take a deep breath. Deep breath. All the way in. All the way in. All the way in. More. More. More.
That's
More.
how much my bomb goes.
More. More.
It's like
More.
ripping a really
More.
clogged bomb.
More. More. Now take. Now take. No. 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 Breath in. In. Don't let go of your breath until I tell you to let go of your breath. All right. Breath. 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 In. More. In. More. More. Hey, you want your hiccups gone or not? In.
Yeah.
More. 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 All right. Now take a drink of your breath. No, don't let any air out. Now take a drink of your air. A good drink. Not that pussy drink. There you go. All right. Let go of your air now. All right. All right.
Did it succeed?
Hick.
Now you're
It
trying.
usually only happens when I start talking. I think it's gone.
Good. Can we get on now?
Salt's
Can we
flat.
get on?
Can we actually podcast now?
Yeah. I think.
Oh my god.
I
it's
think
gone.
so. I think
I
it's
think
gone.
it's gone. It's amazing. The doctor.
The doctor's in.
arrived.
Dr. J and
Doctor Man over here.
Did you just hiccup?
No.
No? Okay. Awesome. Good.
All right. All right, we're all set.
I'm waiting for it.
All right. So yeah, you're gonna be close to me, man. I mean, you're close to me now. So
I'm pretty darn
we're
close
off
to
on
you.
the 28th, are you?
It's 128th on airport. On the intersection of 128th and Gibson.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't want to get any more.
Yeah. Well, I know
Yeah,
exactly
you don't
where
have
that
to
is.
get more detailed. You don't
Yeah,
have to
it's
tell
right
your
there.
address.
So,
You don't have
uh,
to say your address on the show.
Are you in a duplex?
And my apartment number. I'm in a townhome right now.
Because my uncle used to live down there on 124th Place Southwest. Off. So here's 128th, and then Gibson's like this. So if you're going eastbound on 128th, you take a left on Gibson, go up a little bit. There's a bunch of apartments right here, and then on 124th is right here. There's some duplexes, like duplex.
Yeah,
We call
I'm
it
pretty
duplex
sure
city.
I'm one of those apartment areas right there because the apartment complex I live in is pretty fucking huge, and the one next to it is pretty huge too.
Yeah, and like pretty much everyone parks on the street because they.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
Yep, I know. Yep. Like,
not me though. I
kind
got
of
a
like right
garage.
behind, like the Home Depot's right here. Home Depot's
Yeah,
right
exactly.
here.
Home
Yeah.
Depot's
That's how I
right
usually
there.
explain it to people. You get to Home Depot and you turn right.
Yeah. Yeah. Right there by the Valero or whatever
Yeah, it's like an
The-
86 or 76.
gas station or whatever. Yeah. I know where you're at, man. I know where you're at, bro.
Have you been there? Only you and Zucker have been there.
I haven't been to your place,
Yeah.
no.
No, he hasn't.
Not you, though.
No, but I've been around there. I guess that counts, right?
It's a fairly nice place. It's all right. It's pretty cool.
So when
It's
you moving into the Mukilteo place?
September.
Dude, that's far
A
away.
little while, but we basically decided on it, and they have like 200 units of the one that we
Is it
want.
just you and Vanessa?
Yeah.
That'll be
That's
nice.
awesome.
Yeah, I
huge,
tried
man.
the whole roommate thing. It kind of sucks.
Yeah. I mean, roommates suck. If you find the right ones, like right now we have our roommates right now, Jill, or Mary's best friend. And it's not bad. You just have to have a
Someone that understands the way things go.
yeah, you know.
Yeah, my lower level roommate who lives in the lower level, he's not like a pleb to me. But he's really cool. You hardly even notice that he's there, but my other roommates, they're always using the washing machine. They're always cooking dinner and never cleaning shit up.
You know.
It's rough,
So
man.
annoying.
It's rough.
They always have gross fucking what's the word? Fermenting food in the fridge.
Oh yeah.
Sitting there.
Yep. The usual roommate gripes.
Yeah.